your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. Overheard them mention hater, not a pretty word like moist or moisture. Wanna quit but you know I'm a soldier. Try to get me out, you know it's game over. Say it's toxic, chaotic, unhealthy. Always play my cards right, don't test me. I'm not here to play nice, no I can't be. And if you're trying to stop me, that's a guarantee. Too many people try to get me out, and it worked for a second, but I'm back now, better than ever. Welcome to the drama castle. I am your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. You try to stop me, but you can't. Too many people try to stop me, but you can't. You can't.
Sipping black coffee in my Jay-Z do-rag. I don't know if I can say that. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Flying out his ass for the bag. Burning bridges, making foes, now they fighting back. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Flying out his ass for the bag. Burning bridges, making foes, now they fighting back. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Flying out his ass for the bag. Burning bridges, making foes, now they fighting back. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Sipping black coffee in my Jay-Z do-rag. I don't know if I can say that. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Flying out his ass for the bag. Burning bridges, making foes, now they fighting back. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Flying out his ass for the bag. Burning bridges, making foes, now they fighting back. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Talk fast.
Jay-Z do-rag. I don't know if I can say that. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast.
Lying out his ass for the bag. Burning bridges, making foes, now they fighting back. Exposed on YouTube, now they say that. Yellow Flash ain't fast, he just talk fast. Talk fast.
Vito think he a comedian. Ain't nobody laughing, but he ain't medium. Say Cuties was a great movie, maybe to a deviant, and he need to stay away from cats. He a vegan. And Vito think he a comedian. Ain't nobody laughing, but he ain't medium. Say Cuties was a great movie, maybe to a deviant, and he need to stay away from cats. He a vegan. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side. People think he a comedian with no crowd, that's a comedian. No, they don't feel me, I'm in the helium. This rap for Vito, so the first letter of Vietnam. So all my people, let's bring it back for the B again. And Vito think he a comedian. Ain't nobody laughing, but he ain't medium. Securities was a great movie, maybe to a deviant, and he need to stay away from cats. He side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch. And someday he won't be Dick Master Son's side bitch.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Didn't think I was gonna stream. Thought it was gonna be on Monday, but I had some time because I like to take a break, chill at the home with the dog and the dude. But the dude went out today, had plans, so I decided now was better time than any to do this stream because I talked about it yesterday a little bit. That stream yesterday was crazy, man. I tell you, this is why I like to live stream. You never know what the hell's gonna happen on a live show, man. I tell you what. But that stream did bear some fruits, and it has come to my attention that Mr. YellowFlash guy, YellowFlash2, did a little naughty no-nos. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm calling this out, right? I'm not trying to get y'all to cancel this man. Y'all feel how you feel about what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Primarily, my goal here is to point out the hypocrisy because YellowFlash and those in his camp have 100% called out other content creators, other people, okay, for the similar thing that YellowFlash himself has done. And what are we talking about? Well, we're going to talk about this anime called Redo Healer. Now, I have to give y'all a little educational lesson on what Redo Healer is so y'all can understand, because we will get to everything. Y'all got to bear with me. But before we do any of that, I got to say hi to the beautiful chat while we wait for more people to turn up, because you don't want to miss this one, guys. You do not want to miss this one. Share it. Make sure all people who are familiar with Yellow Trash and the people who hate him, make sure they all come here and get educated today. But hello to Jillykins, always the first beautiful person. Love seeing you in my chat. Hello, beautiful you. As you can tell, I'm very excited today. But hello, we got Emperor Zero going back and forth between me and Henry Resilient. Wasn't trying to stream over Henry, but I mean, this story is a little bit hotter than whatever Henry's got going on over there. I'm just kidding. I love Henry. But yes, hopefully you come back and forth. Appreciate you. Crazy Cat is very glad that I'm calling this out. Of course, that goes without saying, Crazy Cat. I just wish I knew. I wish I knew about it before when it happened, right? I wish I knew ahead of time. So I would say the only good that came out of yesterday's stream and the chaos was that was brought to my attention. And hell yeah, I'm going to call this out. 100%. Listen, Crazy Cat, I ain't even mad at you. Like, we were joking. Like, I was half joking about it by saying that it was Crazy Cat's fault. I mean, it was your fault that it got to that point. I ain't mad at it, though. That's the beauty of live streaming, man. Anything can happen. I'm not mad. I wasn't mad at you at all. I hope you don't think I was mad at you at all, because I wasn't. It was just funny how it happened. I was honestly laughing. I'm like, yo, they call you Crazy Cat for a reason. Crazy Cat is crazy, and I'm here for it. I love it. And no love lost, Crazy Cat. You're fine. I'm happy that you're glad that some fruits have been planted. What up, Cowboy Bebop? Hello, how are you? Let's see, we got Crane Style. Hope you're having a good day. I am doing a good day. I still have the sniffles. I'm not even that sick anymore, but I still got the sniffles. I'm still recovering, but I am great. Man, I've already had enough education. Well, you got to be educated some more. So, all right. Now let's say hi to the chat. Everybody who turned up for the intro, I'll say hi to people as they pop in the chat, but let's talk about the situation with YellowFlash in this Redo Healer. So what is Redo Healer? All right. It is a manga that has been turned into an anime. Okay. And I'm not going to show the image. I'm trying to be careful because the image is very suspect. Y'all can Wikipedia it yourself if you want to see the image in question. But this is what the anime is. Let's just read what it says about it, so y'all have some context, right? So Kiaru who is exploited and sexually abused repeatedly by others due to being a healing magician, notices what lays just beyond his healing magic and is convinced that a healing magician is the strongest class in the world. However, by the time he realizes his own potential, he is already deprived of everything. Thus, using his healing magic enhanced by the magician, the magic enhancing properties of the Philosopher's Stone of the world on the world itself, he goes back 4 years into the past, deciding to redo everything and get revenge on those who abused him to take down a corrupted empire. Okay? Now, basically, in a nutshell, what this anime really is about a young boy who was sexually assaulted by a bunch of females, and then he goes back in time to do the same thing to those females when they were at a younger age. Okay? That is the story of this anime. Now, you're going to ask, well, how do you know how old are these characters in question? Well, there are people who are fans of this franchise. I know, crazy, right? But there are videos, and you can even look it up yourself. But I found a video that explains the ages of the characters. All right? So how old are these characters in question? Why is this sus? Okay, well, let's take a look. All right? So we have one of the characters here. Boom. First character, age 15 years old. We're already not starting off good, right? Because you guys now know the story, the premise of the story. A guy goes back in time to assault his assaulters. Okay? First character that pops on the screen, 15 years old. Okay? Let's continue. 15, okay? We starting off strong, y'all. Next character, Blade. I think it's a male character. Age 20 plus years. So this character is 20 years old or older, okay? This character here, age 13 years old. 13. This character, age 14 to 15 years old. Why she got titties like that? She's 14 to 15. Nothing. There's a converted 14 to 15 years old. We're still in the 14 to 15 years gap, guys. This character, Bullet, 30 years old. Okay. All right. This character right here, 12 to 13 years old. The main character, the character who this is all about, right? Starts off age 14 years old, which I'm assuming 14 years old was around the time that he was assaulted. Okay? But how old is he now when he goes back in time? When he uses his powers to go back in time and assault these women? Here he is a little older, 18 years old. Now, I saw somebody in the comments say that they said that the creator said he was 17. But again, remember, this entire anime is about this guy, whether he is 17, 18 years old, going back in time to SA young girls as young as 13 years old. Okay? At the age of 13 years old. I even saw that one of the characters was as young as 11 years old. Okay? I have not seen this anime, so I don't know which specific characters. I know that the characters we saw on screen are part of the main characters that this man assaults, by the way. But I don't know about the 11-year-old. I didn't see it. I'm not planning on seeing it. Now, knowing this information, guys, knowing that this is an anime about a guy who was SA'd by a bunch of girls because he's got healing magic, right? And then because of his trauma, takes his powers, goes back in time to SA these girls when they were at a younger age. That is the story of this anime, right? We have the ages, we have the story plot. All right, cool. Now, what did YellowFlash have to say about this anime with a story involving SAing a bunch of underage girls? Well, you see, YellowFlash gave it a 12 out of 10 and said Redo Healer is one of the greatest animes ever created. 12 out of 10. All right, that's just a screenshot. Sorry, that's just a screenshot. Hold on. That's just a screenshot. You know, I could have doctored that. I could have made that up. You know. Oh, wait. Here we go. Still on his Twitter account till this day. Still on his Twitter account till this day. All right. 24.9K views, posted April 17th, 2023. 192 likes. You see here, people are reacting to it. I can click on it. Boom. Right there. Confirmed. Not doctored, not screenshotted. Still there till this day. All right. Oh, it gets better. We are going to react to his actual review of this very sus anime. Yeah, because he reviewed it. He did a review. Okay? This is the guy who everyone goes to for his takes on good quality content versus bad quality content. Meanwhile, he's doing a positive review on an anime involving SA on minors. Let's take a look, y'all.
Okay, folks, I am getting shit on for my taste in anime. So, I feel I should clear the air. People keep bringing up this tweet where I call Redo of Healer a 12 out of 10 anime. I guess I need to explain myself. I am going to walk you through Redo of Healer. Maybe by the end of it, you'll see why I think it's so heckin' cool. Okay, so the hero is our titular healer. He is born with the power to heal and also the power to make the people he has sex with stronger. If you fuck him, you level up. Like a video game. Anyway, he doesn't want to...
I just want to point out that that's crazy, right? That whole concept is crazy, especially when you know the ages of these characters. That's the funny part, right? That's the funny part. We're just going to gloss over the ages of these characters. And also the forcing of sex. It's not like he's having sex with these people willingly. It was forced upon him, so he decided to force it on others. We're talking about a fucking R-word fantasy type of anime, by the way.
To heal people because it hurts him to do so. Princess Flare forces him to heal people anyway. She's evil. Also, remember when I said having sex with the healer makes you stronger? That's right. Princess Flare has her knights gang bang him. He is not having a good time. Eventually, with the healer's help, Princess Flare, her lesbian friend, and a black guy face Satan. Healer reveals he has also leveled up from being raped. Since his butthole is so blown out, he is basically a god now. Then the healer defeats Satan and travels back in time. So yeah, now that he is stronger in the new timeline, the redo, if you will, the first rape is the evil Princess Flare. Now look, she has...
So I'm loving how oh god, this image is crazy. I don't want to see this image. But we gotta get through this. Again, keep in mind he's justifying R-wording women or R-wording people because she is evil. She had it coming, y'all. She's dressing. Look how she's dressed. She asked for it. This is his logic behind supporting this property.
She has big knockers. She looks like she could be in college. Don't worry.
Yeah, she looks like she could be in college. She's 15 years old. This character is even younger.
All the girls after her look 12. He makes a harem of questionable consent. That has nothing to do with revenge.
There's no questionable consent. He literally, in one scene, right? In one scene, he gives one of the girls an option to have her penetrated with a hot poker or by his penis. What the fuck is this anime? And why is YellowFlash sitting here trying to defend this shit and not understand why he got backlash for giving it a 12 out of 10?
It is just like his hobby or something. Also, we get a flashback scene of the black guy raping Healer. Also, when Healer fights the lesbian, he makes her grow a pee-pee. I think I've made myself pretty clear. This is the best anime ever. Don't fight me on this. Not enough of the medium caters to bisexual BDSM.
I'm hoping this isn't real and it's actually AI. It was made a few years ago, but it's fucking hilarious. Because how can you defend this? You know what I'm saying? How can you defend this? There's no defense. He gave it a 12 out of 10, said it's the greatest anime ever. Like, if this is a fake clip, I don't care. Because he still gave it a 12 out of 10, and on Twitter, on his actual Twitter, gave it a 12 out of 10, says the best anime ever created. Like, what more can I say about this? What more can I say about this? You know, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Right? And again, I'm not bringing it up because I think he is a P word. I'm not going to put that on him and say he's a P word. Right? I'm not even going to say he's in the lolicon. I won't go as far as saying that. But it's really so fucking suspicious how he is giving an anime like this a good rating, praising it, promoting it, and he would condemn, damn, and fucking try to cancel anyone caught doing the fucking same thing. That's why I'm talking about it. It's about the hypocrisy. It's about the fucking hypocrisy for me. You know what I'm saying? These are content creators who I've said for many, 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 many years of me doing this. They never fucking practice what they fucking preach. These are fucking content creators who will condemn other people for the same shit they are doing them fucking selves, but like they're who they are and their fans don't give a fuck. Their fans don't give a fuck about morals and what's right and fucking wrong. Redo Healer is a fucking sick fucking anime. And when I say sick, I mean it involves R-wording minors left and fucking right. Okay? The logic. Well, she has big titties. She doesn't matter what her age is. I've had big tits since I was 12 fucking years old. Okay? I developed tits at a very early fucking age. I was still a kid with massive fucking titties, bro. That is the worst fucking argument I have ever fucking heard. It's like, do men not know how puberty works for females? Women can get their fucking first period as early as 6 years fucking old. Okay? So, miss me with this logic about because they have big tits. That's why they draw these characters the way they do. I had this whole conversation before I booted up the stream with my dude, and we were talking about this whole situation. And, you know, we basically were talking about how, like, when you really think about it, anime, even though anime is great, they have great stories, great character stories. But if you actually look at it as an adult now, and you go back to your favorite anime, look back at your most favorite anime you've seen, and see how many times the stories were based around high school kids. And how they would sexualize those high school kids. I've given so many examples of just a few off the top of my head of animes that sexualize high schoolers. And when I said that, I remember the first time I brought that up, this is around the time the whole Vosh situation with the lolicon shit, right? A lot of these animes are very, very, very suspicious. I got Tony's in the back. What does Tony do in the back? What do you got for me, Tony? It's not AI, it's real. Okay. I listen, the way he was talking. Wait, what is it? What's going on? Oh, I don't know.
Why can't you fucking read? It says it is AI, not real.
Oh, I said it is AI, not real. That's what I said. I said it sounds like AI. But the thing that's hilarious about it is that still doesn't mean he didn't give it a 12 out of 10.
Oh, he did. That was an AI by Johnny Rocket.
That's awesome.
That's all.
I love it.
That's all I wanted to say. I didn't even want to come on the stream. That's why I put it in the private chat. But then
you
didn't
read
it right. You forced me to
I mean, I also put you on. Anyways, I know I said it too. I said this can't be real. I was like, doesn't sound real. But he still gave it a 12 out of 10. And I feel like that's pretty much his fucking reaction to that, anyways. Because like that is fucking crazy. But Crazy Cat said they had a clip. Now I had a feeling it was AI. Because you sent that to me, and I'm just like, why'd you send that to me? But it was great. It was still great. Because it's true. That's literally what his pretty much fucking defense of the shit was. It's a great anime. Even though it involves minors getting R-worded left and right, guys.
Left, right, and center. I think if you got to go on his either Odyssey or Rumble for the streams. Because I don't think he puts his streams on YouTube anymore.
No, probably not. I don't think so either. Let's see, YellowFlash2. Let's see if we can find anything about that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I got things to do. I just wanted to make sure that you knew it was AI because I was watching the stream and I heard you say this is Flash's review. I was like, oh shit, say you didn't understand it was AI.
No. I realized it the more I watched it. I started realizing that it was probably not real. But I also said that. I said, I don't think this is. I said it earlier. I said, I don't even think this is real. But even so, it's still fucking true. It's still fucking true. Okay,
Crazy Cat got some videos for you, but I'm out of here. Have a good day.
Okay, bye. Get out, bye. I did say it was fake. I had a feeling. But either way, he still said that shit. He still definitely defended that shit. Hold on, let's see. You got some clips? Okay, let's get those clips. Let's see. Let me go on my YouTube. Don't abuse your wrench power now. Don't do that. By the way, while I do that, do you guys like the thumbnail? I'm actually really proud of myself. Oh my god, I don't know why that just happened. It popped up on my fucking TV. My thumbnail is actually pretty impressive. It's I edited it so I made YellowFlash look like he's part of the scene. It's beautiful. I'm actually proud of myself. I know he does locals, but I haven't looked. Oh, I'm sure. All right, we'll make you a standard mod. Go ahead, Crazy Cat. Post the link. Post the link, Crazy Cat. I need to see the official. I need to see the official. I won't, Ray. I'm a wrench for Katie did in EVS. I was a wrench for Ethan Van Skyver. They took it away. Then he took it away. Because he's mean. What up, Gin Lemons? You could watch his Flashcast if you watched it while it was live and you go back to your watch history to rewatch the clip. Yeah, I don't watch Flash. I don't watch Flash at all. But I do want to see his actual take on it. I really do. I really want to see this. I really need to see this. So let me go to my channel. Here we go. Make sure you guys like the stream though. Don't do me dirty and not like the stream. Please, thank you. No, I don't got the clip. I missed the opportunity to use his anime Matsuri pic for the thumbnail. Nah, I didn't want to use that one. I don't want to use that one. It's overused. It's overused. I'm not gonna use it. Thank you, Crazy Cat. Look at Crazy Cat becoming a wrench on the channel. Just to help a girl out. Okay. So Katie did clip it. See, Katie clipping shit is great. So this was posted 6 months ago by Katie. Let me get it on. Disliked and smash. You know what, Beefy? Fuck you. I'm just kidding. You're cool. All right. Let's watch this epic clip that we got sent by
to what he's been talking about. He's doing some great stuff over there. Crazy Cat came in says, YellowFlash, will your comic Golden Patriot feature scenes of children being abused and violated like your favorite anime Rito of Healer does? Redo of Healer does. What is that about?
Shout out to Crazy Cat for getting him to talk about this. That's crazy.
Oh, it's crazy anime. No, it's not going to have anybody being hurt.
Oh, good. Good.
Wait. That's all he said about it?
Anime Rito of Healer does. Redo of Healer does. What is that about?
Oh, it's crazy anime.
That's all he says. It's a crazy anime. No. Oh my god. It's an anime involving, like, bro, it isn't right. He doesn't deny it. It's an anime about minors getting assaulted. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are people not paying a fucking attention? Like, fucking Crazy Craig over here. I'm gonna call him Crazy Craig. Stuttering Craig is too kind. Crazy Craig over here reads a comment asking YellowFlash about an anime involving children being abused and violated. And well, what's that about? Oh, it's just this crazy anime. Bro, like, at what point did it not click in this man's head? It's like, wait a minute. What kind of crazy anime? I need more context. He just lets it go because it's fucking YellowFlash. Don't piss off YellowFlash. Don't get him to run away from the stream. Fuck that. I would have pressed him. I would have pressed him and be like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's a crazy anime? How is it crazy? How is it crazy, Flash? How is it crazy? Crazy Cat said it's an anime about children being abused and violated. And your whole thing is just, it's a crazy anime. Okay. Do we want to dive deep into that? Like, what makes it crazy? Is it true that it has children being violated and abused in it? Nah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. No, we're not going to have any of that. Bro, why not YellowFlash? Why not YellowFlash? It was good for you to consume and talk about how you liked it, right? It was great for you to promote the fucking anime, but not good enough for your comic book? Oh, how come? Because I don't think a lot of people would buy your fucking book. I don't think a lot of people would buy your book if it had children being R-worded in it. You know, it was okay when it's an anime, but not for your comic book, not your fucking Avengers Super Sentai fucking style book. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I'm like, what the yo, this is fucking, he's such a fucking suspicious individual. I can't stand these hypocrites, man. Because you know damn well he would go in. Like, hold on. Remember how he hates Vito? Called Vito a pedophile for having a bad take about cuties? Oh, wow. It's almost like we should be calling fucking YellowFlash a pedophile for having a bad take on Redo Healer, huh? You see what I'm saying? He has had no problems calling Vito. And don't get me wrong, fuck Vito. Fuck Vito. Is Vito a pedophile? No, I will never call Vito a pedophile for him having a shit take on fucking cuties. Right? But YellowFlash will and has called Vito a pedophile. Every single time Vito is mentioned, he refers to Vito as a pedophile. All because Vito gave a really shit take on fucking cuties. Okay? But here we have YellowFlash giving a positive review. Something he actually watched. Now, Vito, for all we know, and I said this, and somebody also said, Vito didn't actually watch cuties. Okay? His argument, from what Frog Tony said, was that he was arguing that it had a right to exist. Right? That's a whole different thing than somebody watching something like Redo Healer that involves children being R-worded, right? Watching it and giving it a positive review and saying it's the greatest fucking anime of all times. And then he has the nerve to call anyone else a child fucking predator. YellowFlash, do you fucking hear yourself sometimes, sir? I swear to God, I feel like YellowFlash sits his fat ass in a fucking chair, lifts his fucking legs up, spreads his fucking cheeks so he can fucking smell his own farts all day. Because that is all this man does, is sniff his own fucking farts all day. Like, what the actual hell? What the actual fucking hell? Oh man. Oh, look at Tony. Tony doing some backroom work. Look at Tony. He said he had to go. Look at him helping me. Thank you, Tony. Go ahead and play that. What was this? Play that shit. Play that shit, Tony. Play that shit.
Lying most of the time. You know, so some of them are true, but most of them are just like, you know, they're lying, right? So, but that's what it used to be. And then in like a lot of people, because they started moderating the crap out of it, like I said, they moved to pull in Lawcow so they could talk shit about people.
Speaking of rape,
Hot.
isn't it funny? What did you think of that statistic that the creator of Redo of Healer put out? That's like all women that love that show.
It's I think it's mostly I think what it was like mostly women.
Mostly women, yeah. That's
watch it and like it. And he was like, well, all women love rape, don't you? I love that he's my mutual. Like, I don't really get super excited when people follow me, but I lost it. I was so happy when he followed me. Reduce author.
I'd love to get him on our show because we reviewed every episode.
Okay, so
he would love to get the guy who made Redo of Healer on his show, say, because they reviewed every episode.
No,
also,
I know.
He admitted that the Redo of Healer author is a man. The
theory,
not the theory, but hold on, because it is really important. Because all these guys who defend Redo of Healer have constantly lied that the author is a female. See, it's a female who made this show, guys, so it's not that gross. But no, it's actually a dude. But go ahead.
Yeah,
that's all
I was gonna say. Well, hold on. You see that shit? Hold on. The image on the right is throwing me off. That's so inappropriate. You see it, or am I tripping? You don't see that image on the right with the water?
Blueberries?
Yeah, the way it looks from a distance looks crazy.
Well, I can't do nothing about that.
I was just laughing. That was funny. But what I was gonna say now, let me just say, because Tony, stay here. This is something that I want you to hear as a man. Okay. Now I want to make it very clear when people talk about women liking R-wording stuff. It's not about the R wording. It's women who are into being dominated. So it's like
CNC, consensual,
right? Consensual, right? They like the force, right? They like being forced to do it, even though they want it. So it's not R wording that they really like. It's more about the being dominated aspect, right? So when women say that shit, or when fucking stupid men like Flash say that shit, that women are into like R word fantasies, it's not R word fantasies. They are just into being dominated. That's really what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to. So if you're a man and you're a very dominant personality and you push a bitch up against a wall and say, we're going to do it, she's gushing down there. Like that's a consent. That is a consent. Being R-worded is not
because she wants it.
Yeah, right. She wants it. That's the whole key thing, is she wants it. You know, it's not R-wording if a woman wants to be, manhandled in bed. Okay, that's
by a specific man. You gotta really emphasize that. It's not just
by YellowFlash. I don't want YellowFlash to dominate me.
I'm just saying.
I would dominate YellowFlash.
I'm just saying because the idea isn't that any man does that to him. It's that specific person. Usually the person they're with.
I have no idea what's going on in the chat, but we're definitely not gonna. We're sorry. We're not gonna put any. I don't know what's going on there. But I don't like what I saw. Sorry, buddy. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but I don't like what I saw. That's gotta go. That's gotta go. Yeah, mods, if you guys see something like that in the chat, please get rid of it, because I don't want that shit in my chat. I don't know if it's real or not, but we can't have that. But yeah, that's crazy that YellowFlash is like, oh, I gotta get the creator on there. Yeah, no. We can finish playing. You don't have to go in the back.
So,
I banned him.
English is the only thing.
Oh, is that it? That might be a problem then.
You'd have to get a translator on and then figure out his schedule, because he lives in opposite times. So
yeah, that'd be too hard to pull through.
But it'd be great if you could
Yeah, so that is YellowFlash, just in case anyone's confused.
With Gator.
Yeah, and someone named Spooky Weeb Trash.
Maybe conduct an interview or something like that at some point. That would be kind of neat. And then just play it on your show.
I was really did you see that it seems like all of the Twitter weirdos and stuff, they just
we're the Twitter
decided
weirdos?
Universally, we're just not going to talk about this show.
Yeah, they're Twitter weirdos because they don't like this
they're Twitter right. They're Twitter weirdos, but they don't want to watch an anime where there are a bunch of minors getting sexually assaulted. How dare they? YellowFlash, I swear to God, man. I hope one day he pisses off the right one. I really fucking do. I hope he pisses off the right one. What the fuck kind of logic does this man have? We're weirdos, but you're over here fucking promoting and talking and liking a fucking anime about little kids at the earliest age of a fucking 11 years old, YellowFlash. Look up the character fucking ages. I just showed you. The main character starts off, he was sexually assaulted at the age of 14. He was 18, between 17 and 18, when he took his revenge on girls that were younger than him. What do you mean? Are you fucking serious? And again, you have the audacity to call Vito a fucking pedophile, and we're not supposed to be calling that to you. What you did was worse than what Vito did. At least Vito didn't actually fucking commit to watching fucking cuties. And I know for a fact Vito didn't commit to watching cuties, because if Vito did watch cuties, I guarantee you his bad take would not be that. Okay? That's how I know Vito never watched cuties. That's how I know he never watched cuties, because he wouldn't have had that fucking take had he watched the fucking movie. And I don't even fucking like Vito. The fact that I hate when people have to get me to fucking defend people I don't even fucking like. Like, it'd be so much
Yeah.
easier just not give a fuck about people calling Vito a pedophile. But guess what? He's not, and I will never fucking say something about somebody that isn't fucking true. Do I think Vito's a piece of shit person? 100%. Do I think that he shouldn't have tried to jerk off his cat? 100%. But I will
It was
never.
a female cat. It wasn't jerking
I don't
off.
care. Take it to
It
the
was
vet.
rubbing it out.
Normal people take their fucking cats to the vet.
I'm
and
just saying you're making it more graphic than it.
He
it's a
fucking
female.
okay. He didn't jerk off. I'm
Those
sorry.
jerk
He
off
didn't, he
females.
didn't jerk off a cat. He fucking DJ'd the cat's fucking pussy hole. There, is that fucking
And
better
he-
for you?
Yeah, it's more accurate to the situation.
Take the cat to a fucking vet, Vito. Jesus fucking Christ. Get the cat fucking fixed so the cat doesn't get fucking severe in cancer. Cervical cancer. I don't know why I said severe in cancer. Cervical cancer. Thank you. Sorry. I'm just like so mad at the fact that these motherfuckers like Yellow Flash are the biggest fucking hypocrites and they get paid to be a hypocrite. These people who fucking support this clown will just sit there and act like, well, he likes anime, guys. He likes anime. Watch Redo Healer and tell me how much you like that anime. Now knowing the context about that anime. Okay? It doesn't take rocket science, but go look it up on Google. The cover art for the manga for the first fucking volume is a little prepubescent fucking girl barely wearing anything. I showed that fucking picture to my dude and he looked at it. He's like, yeah, that looks questionable. You know what I'm saying?
To delete your browser history. He's like, hey, you need to like remove that from your browser history.
I mean, like the funny thing is, right, Tony, you brought it up too, the hot poker scene. I didn't watch it, but I was like doing some research. There are really bad scenes. What are the characters too? So here's the thing. Some of the characters that he assaults are like into it now, right? So like he assaults some of these little girls and they're like, okay, I'm into it. I'm into it. By the way, some of these girls, when he goes back in time, they're fucking virgins now. They're virgins now. So now he's taking their virginity. Now, my dude brought up a good point, right? And here's the weird part, right? So he gets assaulted and now, you know, he goes back in time to assault. So it's like a psychological thing where he's creating he's basically making these women evil by assaulting them. He's giving them trauma so they now can return the trauma back to him, right? Or you know what I'm saying? So anyways, point being is though, some of the girls are virgins. He takes their V cards, right? And now they're basically bonded to him, right? And then there's one chick he does it to who doesn't even like having sex with this guy anymore, but she is forced to have sex with him. So now it goes from he R-words these girls, now they're trauma bonded, they are consenting to having relationships with this dude after he assaulted them. And then there's one chick who never consents and she doesn't like having sex with him, but still is forced to do so. And this is the anime that this fucking dude is promoting and talking about how he loved it, wants to talk to the creator. And again, the same fucking dude that we're watching do all this is the one who will call anyone out for doing the same. Make it make fucking sense. Make it make fucking sense. Please make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. How do these fucking people get so fucking famous and popular and make all this fucking money when they do this most dumbest shit? I'm sitting here like, is it jealousy? Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I could be a fucking shitty person and make a bunch of money off of being a shitty person. What am I doing wrong? Oh, wow, I'm being a good person that's not fucking supporting and promoting something as sick as Redo fucking Healer. How dare I? Damn,
Well,
this
they
is
don't
why I'm
start
not.
with this. That's the thing, Saggy. They don't start with this. They start with, yeah, we hate those damn SJWs who want to, censor this very soft thing, and then they slowly but surely get to this point. They
That's
infiltrate.
crazy.
Right? Like if he led with this, if this was like Flash's first kind of like thing where he's like, hey, this is my first content out the gate, he would have been shut down right away. But he slowly infiltrated. Hey, this anime is really good, and this one, oh look, they wanted her to make the dress a little bit longer. So you go, oh yeah, you're right, Flash. I agree with you on that. I don't like censorship. Oh, they changed the wording in the American version to include Epstein or something. That's stupid. They shouldn't have done that, right? And then now you're on his side, and then slowly but surely, then he does this, and you're like, whoa, where did this come from? And his fans already indoctrinated.
Right, and everybody's already like, we love Yellow Flash, so we don't care that he likes some degenerate ass shit. By the way, does anyone even know who this Dwight person is? Is this like a Comicsgate thing? Like, who do you know who this Dwight person? Okay, so this is just some random person just going around to everyone's live streams posting some shit about somebody that like nobody knows or gives a fuck about.
I have no clue.
I have no clue because I'm just sitting here like, dude, you keep coming back, and I'm sure you're still watching, but like, I have no idea who this Dwight person is. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows who this Dwight person is. Whatever fucking issues you have with this Dwight person, I want nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Please and thank you. Like, we don't know, we don't care. Whoever is involved with that, whatever fucking sector of the YouTubes that person's part of, you probably need to start doing that shit there. But like, no one here knows who that Dwight person is, and I don't want to know, because if you're fucking trying to dox whoever this is, I don't think I want to know who this person is, and I don't want to be involved in whatever issues that person has. But thank you for trying, but please stop coming in here, because my mods have literally the green light to just snipe you anytime they see you pop in the chat. And I'm not going to highlight it, so it's not even going to play in the replay. So knock this shit off, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Yeah, I was just confused. I'm like, I don't know who this person is. There's nobody I even know.
I don't know.
So, right, that's why I was like, is somebody you know? Is it from your fucking section of the internet? Like, because it did start happening when you popped on the stream. So,
oh, blame me.
I mean, that's what the chat said. They said that anytime Tony comes on the stream, the chat stops popping off, and like they start doxing whoever this is when you came on. So I thought maybe you had something to do with it. Okay, all right, we'll play more of the video, Crazy Cat. All right, play more of the video before Crazy Cat comes out.
The person, I can't really see, but the avatar looks familiar, but I'll tell you later.
Because
yeah,
when
Mother's
they were
Basement
talking
didn't bring it
about
up.
it, when they were
Yeah.
talking about it, they boosted.
All right, so he's gonna like go into Mother's basement for some reason, and then they get back to redo Healer. So they timestamped it for us, so that's great.
And this anime, the whole point of it is it's rape. It's rape the anime. Like it's I mean, let's be honest.
So she said the whole point of it is it's rape the anime. They're not even trying to
Hide it.
Hide it, to disguise it, to try to like no, it's actually about psychological issues and what. No, it's rape the anime.
This fetish
Every
still.
episode, they find a reason to put some sex or rape in it. Like
Sex or rape. I don't think there's any sex in the anime. I think it's all rape.
I mean, yeah, that like they're literally admitting.
Well, he
it,
said
like,
sex. He said they put sex or rape in the anime in every episode. I'm like, I don't think there's any actual sex. Sex is
there might be, because of the way that a lot of these animes work, right? And even in hentai, okay? Because again, this is before I woke up and realized what the fuck this shit was, right? Because I was into like anime hardcore when I was younger and hentai and shit like that. I watched all this shit, right? So a lot of it is that they have these girls getting assaulted, right? But then usually either during the assault or later on after the assault, now they're consenting. That's literally the formula of all these R-word anime fantasies. Is at first assault the person. Oh, and it doesn't, I know you like it because your body's responding, your hips are moving with me. And that's how they justify R-word scenes in anime. Okay, that's always a formula. So I don't doubt that at some point in this anime, these girls eventually consent, because again, like I said, when you read the synopsis of a lot of these characters,
really horrible.
It explains it. Right, it is horrible, but that's what I'm saying. They explain it if you read the synopsis of some of these characters.
I don't want it explained. All I know is this sounds fucking horrible.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is like he's trying to minimize it the same way that the animes try to minimize it by saying like, yeah, they are word these girls, but eventually the girls consent.
That sounds like those people that like kidnap girls and like after 40 years, like she had my baby. Like, no, dude, it's been raped the whole time. You've been raping her for 40 years.
But that's right. But that's what I'm saying, is like he's using the same defense that most of these animes do, is it's okay to R-word a chick as long as eventually she likes it. That's what they're going with, because that is a formula that these animes.
What do we Mike Tyson all of a sudden rape her till she loves you?
But literally, that's literally what these animes do, and that's why I've been saying, guys, like I still love anime, but I'm a lot more cautious with the animes that I watch these days, because they are pretty much like low-key soft CP. They really are soft CP, and nobody calls that out. And when I do, people in the anime fandom freak the fuck out, or anime fans like, you're saying all anime is that. Not all anime is that, but there is a lot of them that are like that. There's a lot of them that are like that, because that's just what they do. That's just what the fucking culture is, I guess. And I'm sorry that I shattered your dreams and made you realize that you guys have been consuming softcore CP for a very long time. My apologies. My apologies. Oh, here's a fun thing. Okay, let's look at Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. Okay, I can't tell you how many times, if you really look at the uncensored version of Dragon Ball, when Goku was a child, they showed his penis multiple times. They obviously airbrushed it for American audiences, but that boy was running around butt-ass naked all the time. And yes, and I was going to get to that. And Bulma was a minor showing her panties to get what she wanted. Oh, Goku, I'll show you my panties if you help me find the Dragon Ball. Like, she was a child. And so was Goku. Master Roshi was literally a fucking pervert. He was pervert on Bulma. He's an old-ass man getting fucking turned on and trying to fuck Bulma, who was a teenager at the time.
I believe it's pronounced Bulma.
I'm just saying, I mean, again, I'm not saying Dragon Ball is sus, but like, if you look at this shit as an adult, you're like, yeah, that's something that maybe is a little uncomfortable. I don't hate Dragon Ball. I'm just pointing out that you can find this shit in a lot of animes that you didn't even expect to find out. Because, like I said, go back and watch Dragon Ball. Go back and watch Dragon Ball. And see how many times you see fucking Goku's little dong fucking floating around the fucking air. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not losing focus. I'm just pointing out that these people who are anime fans, this is why people like YellowFlash and a lot of people will fucking justify something like Redo fucking Healer because it's fucking anime and it's been normalized. I don't know how we got to a point where we're normalizing enjoying R-word animes. But go on, yes, play the rest.
Because there's one episode that I didn't think was going to have any. I don't remember which one it is. It's when
he got nervous. He said he thought there was one episode there might not have been any. He was already saying.
Get to that town where the humans and the monsters live together.
Yeah.
And there's like, oh, we're not going to have any sex in this episode. But like right at the end, they find a way.
That sounded so creepy. You don't agree?
Hey, guys. I was sitting here like, damn, this episode's not going to give me a boner. I'm not going to be able to jerk off in this episode. And then at the end, oh, yeah, they got me. Yeah. I'm telling you, this... Right? Oh, fucking.
They always insert it into every episode somehow, some way.
It's fetish fuel at the end. I mean, it's schlocky fetish fuel at the end, but I like it because it's so shocking and it's like it's funny. It's a funny anime if you just like.
Guys, if you ignore all the rape scenes, it's funny.
No, I think she's saying the rape scenes are funny. I think that's the humor that she's getting. Can we just kill everybody? Can we just end humanity, start over? Can we
like, can we just like bring back another pandemic and get rid of the weak?
No, our luck, these are the strong ones, and for some reason the rest of us will die.
Would you know what's funny? Do you know who YellowFlash's best fucking friend is? Well, no, his other best friend, his new best friend, somebody who always defends YellowFlash all the time, right? Oh my God, they're trying to cancel YellowFlash. John De La Rose, the fucking self-proclaimed Latino Christian. He hates degeneracy of all kinds. All degeneracy needs to be abolished. He hates all the degenerate fucks out there. They're all disgusting and sinners, and they all gonna burn in hell. Yeah, no, JDA, John De La Rose, loves himself some YellowFlash. He's good friends with YellowFlash. Has YellowFlash on his panels. YellowFlash shows up in the chat, gives him money. But hey, John De La Rose, did you know that YellowFlash likes to consume this level of degeneracy? Did you know YellowFlash was a degenerate?
I'm gonna say yes. Yes, he did.
Oh, but he doesn't care because YellowFlash helps him, grow his channel.
Of course, that's the JDA way, right?
Exactly. But anyways,
realize what you're watching, and you just kind of kick back, and you're like, "Okay, this is so ridiculous. I can't not laugh at this."
And that's the whole point: is that it's supposed to be over the top ridiculous, and the author doesn't try to hide it or anything.
No, he comes off as so charming. I liked him in that Joey interview he did with the Anime Man. He came out was great, but like it's weird because Joey was shitting on Redeem the Healer before. He thought it was fucking stupid, but then all of a sudden, when he got an advertisement from High Dive to do that interview, he wasn't shitting on it as much. Big to think, huh? Anime man, fake piece of shit.
Did he kill his family? I think I've recently learned this.
Wait, who? Oh no, that's Mr. Anime. That's a completely different person.
Oh,
because-
Mr. Anime.
Okay.
Ugh.
No, the
Pause it. Mr. Anime, if this is the same person I'm thinking of, there is a YouTuber named Mr. Anime who 100% defends Loli. 100% defends anything Loli. I mean, like legit Loli. I mean, like when I say legit Loli, I mean like basically redo healer. He will justify that. He will justify pictures of literally children being sexual and stuff like that. Like that's if that's the same Mr. Anime I'm thinking of, like yeah, that's I'm not surprised to even hear that name in association with this, which is kind of crazy because I don't know who this chick is, but she sounds fucked in the head. And I will say this. She's like, well, this anime, it's so shocking stuff. Bitch, have you never watched a fucking anime? Have you never watched fucking hentai? Hentai is notorious for R-wording minors. Bible Black is a very iconic hentai that features.
I wouldn't use the word
nothing but
iconic
high
with that
schoolers.
saying.
It's iconic.
Infamous.
Everybody,
Infamous,
listen,
not iconic. Infamous.
it's like hold on. You know why it's
Iconic.
iconic? It's iconic. It's iconic because the dub was
Disavow.
so fucking bad. No, I do disavow. But Bible Black.
Not just about you saying it's iconic. I just
It is iconic. And when I say iconic, it was iconic because of its bad fucking dubbing. Okay? When I first saw Bible Black, I laughed my ass off. Not because of the fucking anime itself, because the English fucking dubbing of it was so bad. It's like these actors, like, I'm going to just give you an idea. One of the characters in particular, the way the fucking English voice actress moans, it literally sounds like this. You ready? That's why it was fucking funny, and that's why Bible Black is like a
after your
cult.
chat just got off, Saggy. Good job.
I'm just saying that's why it was
So
iconic because of that. But either so, Bible Black is a infamous hentai which features high schoolers. High schoolers, okay? Again, and high schoolers being assaulted by not just men, but the women were assaulting men were assaulting women, and women were growing penises to assault other women. That was and I won't even say women, girls, because they were in high school. One of them actually was a fucking high school teacher. She was a professor or whatever they called her, senpai, whatever. She was a teacher having sex with the students. What? Because she grew a penis and she was sexually assaulting these high school students, bro. So again, this is not something new in anime. This chick talking about how this fucking anime is for shock value. Bitch has never watched an anime or hentai outside of this, clearly. Because ain't no way you said that, not understanding that this is a common thing in anime. This is a common thing. R-wording little girls is a common in anime, bro. It's gross that people just don't want to fucking admit that shit because they don't want to admit that they like and consume this shit for so long that they don't realize what the fuck they're watching. I realized what the fuck I was watching and I stopped. I don't watch fucking hentai anymore. I don't watch fucking animes that involve over-sexualizing fucking little kids. Absolutely not. I feel like now every time an anime comes out, okay, what are the high school ages? What are the ages? Are we going to get fucking titties bouncing from fucking 14-year-old girls? Because if not so, I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, my rant's over. Just playing it.
The anime man, his name is Joey, and he's Australian, and he lives in Japan. He's half Japanese, and he'll bring it up.
He had to move there so he could actually watch the stuff then, huh?
Well, no, he
Because in Australia, I think
Australia's
they're
banned like 90% of all anime.
Yeah.
he might have. I don't know. Well, either
As
way,
they
but
should.
Mr. Anime is the one that was a serial killer.
Okay.
So I feel like Joey has come to that realization and has really regretted his name, the Anime Man, because it's very similar to Mr. Anime.
Yeah. But I didn't hear about this until like a couple days ago. It's like, whoa, that's not cool.
No, it's not cool to be a serial killer. I would agree. Oh yeah, like
I would have
It
expected it
happened.
to be Quentin before. So there's a
Quentin?
shock there.
Oh, Quentin reviews, man. I don't know. You know about Quentin reviews, Flash?
No, I don't think I've ever. I try to avoid the community as much as possible,
That's fair.
to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that's it for his comments on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can gather the point that Yellow Flash likes Redo Healer. Just to recap, YellowFlash2, aka Yellow Flash Guy, likes Redo Healer, which is a anime involving people under the age of 18 being R-worded every episode, and he thinks it's the greatest fucking anime of all times. Gave it a 12 out of 10. Gave it above the 10 out of 10 rating. He loved it so much that he gave it a fucking 12. He gave it 2 additional fucking points of how much he likes this shit. And again, same Yellow Flash guy who would condemn and shame anyone else caught liking something similar, if not exactly the same. Just so y'all know. That is who Yellow Flash guy is. A hypocrite, a fucking shitty ass person, a degenerate. A degenerate. And yeah, that's basically the beauty of it all. Crazy Cat put another link in the chat. Oh god, is there more to this? Is there more?
I got this video here if you want to watch this real quick.
Yeah, let's watch it.
This is Redo of Healer ban backfires spectacularly. Nukes NPC weirdos from orbit. So this is his thoughts, his 6 minutes. This is an actual Yellow Flash video.
On his channel?
On his channel.
Oh my god!
Healer situation. I want to go back and recap my previous video on this, and that's that Redo of Healer's light novels, at least officially, will not get a translation in the West. The author came out and said, basically, I can't find anybody to publish it, which is crazy to me. You're like literally leaving money on the table. It makes no sense. Why wouldn't you bring it over here? But then you take a step.
He says it makes no sense that no company wants to publish the underage rape lolly light novels in America.
Right.
You're leaving money on the table. I mean, CP brings in good money. Why would you just leave that money on the table, guys? Yellow Flash.
Step back and you remember all of the stuff going on with Twitter and, of course, the Puritan weirdos and how they'll go after anybody that probably picks this up. So for now, the only way to officially get this is on, I think, HDive. It's some streaming website that Sentai Filmworks, I believe, owns. Whether or not this will
Just for
get
reference,
dubbed,
guys.
I don't know.
No, you can play it. I just want to have this on the screen for reference of what the fuck he's talking about, because this is the ages of these characters that are getting R-worded.
I wasn't looking at your screen. I thought you meant just for reference. I thought you were going to say something. My bad.
No, my bad. I put it on the screen. So yeah, just for, if you look at the screen, these are the ages of the characters. I want that on the screen while we're listening to him defend this fucking smut.
I doubt it. I really do. But we'll see. Maybe. You never know. Germany's simulcast got completely canceled. This is because they didn't want it on their platform. Now, there's more to this story. Okay, I just wanted to bring this up first. So it got canceled over there. However, they are still going to release a Blu-ray. And because of a Streisand effect, the Blu-ray ended up shooting up to the top of the number one anime number one in the anime category in Amazon. So they are getting, from what it looks like, is an actual German dub, which is pretty crazy. No one's going after it. And this is another thing with this show in general. Nobody's going after it. It's not really getting canceled. It's almost like for the first time ever, the Twitter Puritans, the NPC, all of them, understand that, hey, if we talk about this, we're going to get a Streisand effect on it, and it's going to become even more popular. So it's almost like they're backing off on it. And also, a lot of outlets have just downright banned discussion. Anime News Network, for one, from what I understand, in their forums, you can't talk about this show.
Gee, I wonder why.
You can't talk about it at all.
Gee, I wonder why.
The discussion out.
I wonder why.
Why would they not want to talk about this? In a
Why would they
regular-
want to? Right? Why would they not want to talk about characters of these ages? And again, this is just like the main cast, right? We're not going to talk about the side characters, which again, I said one of the characters is as young as 11 years old. I don't know if that 11-year-old is involved in any of the sexual acts, but I mean, come the fuck on. The main character starts off by being assaulted at the age of 14. Then at the ages of 17 to 18 goes back in time to assault the girls who are now 14, 15, 13 years old.
On it. So from what I understand, if you start a thread on it, it'll likely get you banned. So I don't know. I'm just shocked. You got to remember all of the outcry over Goblin Slayer and Rising of Shield Hero. There was so much outrage, so much twisting of panties, and this show comes out. This show is 10 times worse. Goblin Slayer, for the most part, did first episode, and then after that, there was nothing. It was kind of a wholesome anime. But they were setting up.
Goblin Slayer was kind of a wholesome anime.
Let's see, Goblin Slayer. I never seen Goblin Slayer. Let's see, Goblin Slayer.
It's about goblins that go around raping women, and then a Goblin Slayer that goes around killing the goblins.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, I believe it. I'm looking at the images now. Another very young-looking character. Let's see. In the world of Fits, the adventurers comes from far and wide to join the guild. This is Goblin Slayer. They complete contracts to earn gold and glory. An inexperienced priestess joins her first adventure party, but comes into danger after her first contact involving goblins goes wrong, as the rest of her party is either wiped out or R-worded. I'm going to just say R-word now because I think we said the R-word way too many times on the stream. She is saved by a man known as Goblin Slayer, an adventurer whose only purpose is the eradication of goblins and with extreme prejudice. So here we have another anime involving R-wording. R-wording itself is bad. Definitely worse when it's involving an entire R-wording of a main cast of minors. Let's see, the Goblin Slayer, a 20-year-old silver-ranked adventurer. Okay, so the Goblin Slayer is 20 years old. Hold on, how old's the priestess? Oh wow, the priestess, voiced by Yui Ogura, Hayden Davia, or I don't know her last name. The main female protagonist, she is initially a 15-year-old porcelain-ranked adventurer. So the priestess and Goblin Slayer, who had R-word attempts on her, which I'm assuming which is start the story because it's probably applied. 15 years old. 15 years old. Another fucking 15-year-old girls being R-worded. And I'm assuming a lot of the characters in this one is also roughly around that age as well. So again, another anime about R-wording 15-year-olds. Not bad. Not as bad, right? Not as bad, he says, even though it's pretty much no different than fucking this, except the entire cast of characters. And I guarantee you that priestess at 15 years old is probably in love with that 20-year-old who saved her from being R-worded. So there's probably also a love story between the 15-year-old priestess and the 20-year-old Goblin Slayer. But do go on, YellowFlash. Let's hear how YellowFlash is kind of trying to dance around and justify R-wording 15-year-olds. And all that. Let's just continue. Let's continue.
Well, like pointed out in your chat, he admitted it was very bad, but he still pushes it.
Right. You
have to just show you how horrible the goblins were. This one, it keeps rolling. Every episode, there's something in it. And they just are staying super quiet. I'm really, really shocked. It's like, wow, are you finally learning that if you don't like something, maybe you shouldn't watch it?
Pause. What the fuck did he just say, Tony?
If you don't like something, maybe you shouldn't watch it.
If you don't like something, maybe you shouldn't watch it. Doesn't YellowFlash do bad reviews on almost every fucking thing he watches for the most part? Like Marvel, Star Wars, and all that shit. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
I'm going to be honest. I don't watch YellowFlash, so I wouldn't know.
But that's what I don't watch him either. You could look at his channel and see that all of his.
I don't look at his channel. Is what I'm saying. I literally all I know is his name is YellowFlash and he likes Redo of Healer. Those are the only two things I know about this channel.
He's one of those grifters that does the anti-woke shit. So it's like, if you don't like it, YellowFlash, why you keep watching it? Oh, right. So you can give it a bad review and make money off it. That's why you watch it. I don't know what the fucking move is for supporting something like Redo Healer or Goblin Slayer or any anime that involves R-wording children. But hey, here we are, Yellow Flash. Here we are.
There's some scenes coming up soon that I'm wondering if they'll still have it, particularly with the hero of the sword. We'll see if they stay quiet after.
I'm not sandbagging the bit. Crazy Cat, she was just, she's saying, I'm just saying.
That one. But let me read through a little bit of this. The first Blu-ray disc set for Redo of Healer achieved the #1 best-selling product in the anime category. The status of Redo of Healer as the #1 bestseller was initially reported by Senkaku Complex. At the time of publishing, the box set has sunken to #3 on the bestsellers in anime. However, the original report was that it was #1. So they're still getting it. And from what I understand is they're getting a dub, which is crazy. The German cancellation comes. Oh, that's to the simulcast. The German cancellation comes after the series has already been censored for broadcast and streaming services. With the uncensored versions, that means German distributors had 3 different options to choose from.
So apparently the censored version wasn't even good enough for Yellow Flash. You needed that uncensored German version.
He needed to see those 13-year-old titties getting forcefully touched or something, because that, like I said, that this whole thing is fucking crazy. I'm shocked I never knew about this before, because trust me, if I knew about it before, I would have been put this man on blast, especially when I said it's about the hypocrisy, right? Okay, Yellow Flash, you like this smut, good for you, but don't sit here and judge other people for doing the same fucking thing, right? Again, not justifying Vito's fucking bad take on cuties, but at least I can say that man definitely didn't sit through and watch fucking cuties. Okay? You sat through and watched and reviewed every episode of Redo Healer, talked about it on fucking streams, making jokes about the fact that these characters who are the fucking ages that you see on screen getting R-worded. And it's fucking, oh my God, it's the best anime ever. Why are people censoring it? I don't know, because a lot of people who, I don't know, aren't really attracted to those type of things, probably don't want to watch or discuss an anime involving minors getting sexually assaulted. I don't know. And listen, anyone who is supporting this fucking shit, this goes to all of them. It goes to all of them. They all deserve to be called out. Anyone who liked this anime and is making it sound like this anime is not as bad as it is, they all need to get called out, because again, Nick Rekieta has definitely gone after people for getting caught liking Lolicon or doesn't like Vito because of Vito's hot takes on cuties, right? But then here they are. Oh my God, I love Redo Healer. It's such a great riveting story about these little kids getting R-worded all the time. That's amazing. That's amazing. Also, yes, Nick Rekieta also loves cocaine. So, do we really care what Nick Rekieta thinks?
He doesn't like cocaine.
He likes cocaine.
No, he doesn't. He just thinks that it smells really nice. He's like me. Me and Nick are going around the country, all 50 states. We're going to see if cocaine smells different in different states.
I mean, I'll be honest. I would 100% let Nick Rekieta do a line off my ass.
Whoa, we're not doing any lines. We're just trying to see if it smells funny in different states. Like, does Chicago cocaine have a different smell than, say, like Kansas cocaine? That's all.
By the way, I'm letting y'all know what I just said is not a sexual thing. It's a power thing. It's a power thing. I want to be powerful. You will do a bump off my ass, Nick Rekieta. And I will own you forever.
Not off your melons.
What?
Wouldn't the melons be more appropriate given the name?
No, my
I don't think you have much of an ass.
You don't deserve the melons. You deserve the cheeks. You will do a line off my ass and you will say, thank you, master.
Damn.
What?
You're weird. You're just weird, Saggy.
You know what's weird is that he would totally do it. He'd be down. He would totally be down to do a bump off somebody's ass. I'm sure he's done it. I'm sure he's literally done a whole ass line.
I don't think he's ever done any cocaine. What are you talking about? I don't think he's ever sniffed.
Tony, you can't go back and watch the streams where he was all fucked up and sit there and tell me that man was not on something, bro. There's no way. That was not a drunken man.
Nicky Rackets.
Nah, Nick was on cocaine. I mean, again, Fart cocaine in his face. Oh my god. Question, do you have to read the manga to know these ages? From what I read, the ages were confirmed because they were mentioned, I believe. I'm not gonna watch it to find out because like I'm all set with seeing that shit. But
well, I'm pretty sure, Sag, I'm pretty sure they tell you the ages of the characters off jump, and then it's one of those like they go back 5 years in time, and then you just do simple math. Oh, they were 18 here, 5 years in time. Now they're 13, right? It's not that fucking hard.
Right. I mean, it's also a lot of animes do kind of tell you the ages in certain certain areas. Like one of these girls I think is like a princess, right? So I'm sure they mentioned the age of like, oh my god, you're 15 years old now, you're 14 years old now, you're almost, at that age where you're going to be married off to a prince and whatever. So they do eventually give the names, give the ages of these characters, but that's where these people say that it was mentioned in the show that the ages of these girls.
I want to ask you a question, Saggy. You're a smart lady. You seem to know a lot of things. I want your opinion on this picture. I'm gonna show you a picture. Just bear with me, okay?
Please don't. What we're talking about, please don't make it a sus picture.
Is this sus to you?
Hold on, I gotta blow it up.
I feel like that. I think that's kind of sus. Feels a little sus to me.
I mean, again, if you have to question it, that's where I'm at. If you have to question it,
would you think that
why is irrelevant people John De La Rose? Where are we going with this?
That was my question. Do you think that this is the kind of content that a Puritan who definitely is not the leading number one best-selling author by standing for Christian values would call, hey, look, my favorite magazine?
Yeah, I'm not surprised because John De La Rose is also a hypocrite. So I'm not surprised. No, that is something that, again, John De La Rose has said on numerous occasions, right? He's not into degeneracy and stuff like that. That's degenerate, 100%. That is degenerate. John De La Rose is just like YellowFlash. He is a hypocritical piece of shit, 100%. Again, if you have to question the age of a character that has been drawn, just assume that it's young and walk the fuck away from it. I've told everyone that if you have to question it, just walk away. There's like, again, in real world, right? So Tony, if you go up to a girl and she looks very, very young and you're questioning her age, right? You'll most likely ask her how old she is, then probably ask for proof, right? She says, oh, I'm 21 or I'm 25, but she looks about the ages of 16 to 15. You're definitely
whoa. If she looks like 16 or 15, why am I even approaching her? It'd be the opposite. She'd have to look like 25 and then me go, here's a bottle of liquor, go buy that. And if she goes, oh, I can't, I go, oh, clearly I fucked up somewhere. Sorry, man.
Exactly. So the safe question is, he actually answered that perfectly. Why even approach somebody that looks that young in the first place? Exactly. So if you approach a character and you don't know what that character's age is and it looks questionable, walk the fuck away from it. Walk away. Don't even ask questions. If you're that curious, maybe Google it and make sure. But like, if you have to question it, it's probably a fucking 15-year-old. Because that's what a lot of these animes are. 15, 14, 17-year-olds. And they're usually under the age of 18 unless it's an anime where it's obvious that these are grown-ass adults. Like if they're in the military or some shit like that, I'm just saying.
In Mobile Suit Gundam, they were in the military and they were...
That's true. They were young in Mobile Suit Gundam. But also Mobile Suit Gundam, I don't remember Mobile Suit Gundam, at least the original ones, having anything sus.
No, I'm just saying, you just said military and like them being adults. I was just pointing out that that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, true. But that's also like futuristic military where, realistically, if it's a realistic anime and they're actually in the military.
I don't know, because you got, what is that? The one with the really sus chicks that like the dudes and the chicks have to be like in the Gundams together in like sexual positions.
What the fuck was that?
There's this weird one where it's like the two people have to be in like the mech together, and it's like they're in really weird positions.
I know. I don't know which one that is. That sounds like one of those animes I probably definitely avoided. Crazy Cat's got another one. Well, what's another one? Crazy Cat's just hitting them with them. Crazy
Well,
Cat, can we get
here-
confirmation of your gender? Because everyone keeps assuming you're a boy. Are you a girl or a boy? I'm curious. Now, how does nobody even
Crazy Cat.
know?
Does it really matter? Is it?
I'm just curious. I mean, VeilNet is also one of those people we don't know their gender and they like it that way. So it's kind of no. Voltron never had that shit. They were in their own individual
No,
units.
it's Darling in the Franks. Darling in the Franks.
Why do you even know that?
Because it was brought up.
Okay, play the video and I'll tell you. Okay, all right, I'll play the video and then you'll tell me. Okay, what's this?
Do
you know what this is?
Well, I know what this is. This is different. This isn't the Crazy Cat video. This is one that I brought for you because you don't know a lot of things, so I figured I'd bring you up to speed on all these sus activities of people. This is obviously Jeremy from the Quartering, way back in the gap. This is before he became famous. This is young Jeremy when he used to run a website and a YouTube channel called Be Your Own IT. This is one of his early scams, one of the early Jeremy Hambley scams. But
oh god, the Quartering. All right, we'll play it. All right, they want Crazy Cat's freaking out. Play the video.
Service announcement than anything else. At the office this week, we had a situation where one of the techs came across some pictures on a customer's computer that were of the child pornography variety. I don't really know if there's any tech way to put that, but the customer was reported and subsequently arrested, I believe, is last that I heard. There's even more serious. However, I've never known a tech in my life that ever took anything other than like videos or music off computer.
the reason that these are the serfs down here, that's the serfs. The reason the only existence of this video is on the Surfs channel, there's an archive of it from the Surfs channel, is because after this surfaced, after somebody found this and put it up on Kiwi Farms, Jeremy immediately deleted all the videos of him from Be Your Own IT.
Why?
But the point.
Oh, why? Because he just told that story about the sus material on the computers, and then he's going to go on to tell you what you should do so you don't get caught with.
Oh, okay. No, play.
Point of this video is just to remind people that, you know, as techs, we read your emails, so to speak. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happens. So if you have things that you don't want computer techs to see, you know, you should delete them or rename them that you don't want techs to look at. You know, maybe change the folder name when you take it in if you can, or, you know, I'm not condoning it. I don't think it's necessarily right. I believe it's an invasion of privacy, but
So just to reiterate, he told a story
God.
about someone getting caught with CP, and he's saying, guys, if you have to take your computer into a tech, before you do so, maybe change the name on some of your folders, or maybe delete some stuff that you think that could get you in trouble, that you don't want the techs to see, right? I don't want to put words in Jeremy's mouth. He just said that you wouldn't want the technicians to see, right?
Oh my god.
Now, I'm not trying to say that Jeremy's telling people how to hide their CP.
Oh no,
but
he
clearly
100% is. He is. Don't even sugarcoat.
you can do that. I don't want to.
He 100% is sitting here trying to tell people how to hide their CP on their computers. Yes.
and that's really why, you know, I don't really do it anymore, but I certainly did back in the day. And, you know, there's not a tech in the business out there right now that doesn't do it. Happens. So if you have these sorts of things, remember that computer techs do look at other things on your computer. It's sometimes it's by accident, sometimes it's by curiosity, but just keep in mind when you take things in
Or boredom.
to get you take your computer in to get it fixed. People look around on it, and you shouldn't make it real easy for people to find things.
That's crazy. Okay. So number one, that is true. Text, cell phone people, we do look through your shit. That's 100%.
Yeah, 100%. But why would you say like
right? But that my thing is right is like okay, God, oh man, that Jesus Christ, why are these people fucking famous and making money and they're fucking so? Oh my God, bro.
Because this is like his fifth. See, that scam was his second scam. That wasn't even his first scam. Then after that, he did a bunch of RC stuff. Then he did a bunch of crane stuff. Then he did a bunch of Magic the Gathering. He did Pokemon cards. He did Hex cards. He did this other card game.
Until
He
found
has
his-
right now, Saggy, right now on YouTube, 10 active channels that are controlled or owned by Jeremy from the Quarter. 10.
Yeah.
He literally had a scam where you would send him your UPC for your DVDs, and he would claim that he was going to send you $10.
Here's the thing, right? So what I was gonna say, I remember what I was gonna say. So here's the thing, right? I know I'm remembering Yellow Flash. I remember we'll play that too next with Crazy Cat, but let me just get this point out, right? So Google had people really upset because Google caught somebody who was distributing child pornography through their Gmail services, right? And then when that came out, right, you would think that's good. I'm glad Google was on top of that, reported the user to the authorities, and that user got caught, right? That sounds like a story.
What the hell was
like,
that? Was that you?
What?
You didn't hear that noise?
Yeah, what noise? Police?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
They just
what the
drove
hell
by.
is that?
Yeah, they just drove by. So you would think that Google would get praise for that, right? You would think Google would get praise for that. No, a lot of people were pissed off because now they're thinking that Google has access to their emails and is going through their shit. And it's like, no. And now I know somebody who worked for Google, and they were the one who told me the story. And I asked them, I said, well, is that true? Does Google go through your stuff? And they said, no, they have a bot. They have a system that
So yes, they do. I mean, they do go through.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, listen. No. They have a program that
goes through your stuff.
No. That pings that type of stuff.
Pause. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not disagreeing. But if you have a bot, in order for it to ping stuff, it has to go through the stuff. Right?
Tony,
right or wrong?
What I'm saying.
No,
Tony,
right or wrong.
Yeah, stop interrupting. Please stop interrupting.
Because you're
stop.
You're lying by omission.
Stop. I'm not lying by omission. I'm explaining what I was told. If you let me fucking explain it.
The guy's lying.
Well, okay, let me explain it then. Let me at least get it out. Then you can get on me. Let me explain it. There's a program that will red flag certain content that is against the law, right? So anything that's terrorist related and things like that, it's basically like an algorithm that will only alert Google when certain things are going through their system, like child pornography and anything that's coming from like the dark web or anything like that, right? So they have a program that picks up on that. So when it's a matter of people, is Google reading our emails and going through, Frog Tony's crusty emails to some hot fucking e-girl he met on the internet? No, they're not going to look at that. They're not going to look at that. What they're looking for are people who are using their services to commit illegal activities. So when people were pissed off and thinking that Google's reading and going through their normal everyday fucking correspondence, it's not like that. And
it is like that. Wrong.
Well, what I'm saying is, again, Google having that system, and people did try to file a lawsuit about that, and they did not win that. I know there's currently class action lawsuits against Google for keeping data from users. Yes, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, overall, when it came to the tech side, Google 100% reported that and pinged it. And I think regardless which, I don't give a fuck personally. For me, I don't give a fuck if you want to go through my shit. If they want to go through all my emails and whatever I sent to people, cool. As long as they're making sure that they're catching the actual people doing some fucked up shit. There's nobody sitting at a computer desk looking through our emails and be like, oh my God, look at Tony and Saggy are having a conversation.
But they are. But here's the thing. Okay, Saggy, I like you, Sag. I like you. But here's the thing: if it's a computer program scanning all your stuff, that means Google is going through all your stuff. Secondly, if it pings your stuff, right? So if it pings your emails or whatever, then a person has to go and verify it. So they do have to go through your stuff.
Yes, if it gets pinged, Tony. If it gets pinged, right. Tony, yes, they have to do investigation. But that's the purpose of it. Because again, I understand what you're saying, but this is how technology works.
Hold on, you know what you always say? Don't interrupt. Don't say.
Go ahead. Get your.
My point is, I don't mind it either. The problem that people had was Google did it without telling you up front. If Google told me up front, hey, we're gonna scan all your emails to make sure there's nothing sus in there, I'd be no problem. But they were doing it, and no one knew that they were doing it. That was the issue. It was the oh my god, they're doing it.
I don't
didn't
care.
know that.
And personally, I don't give a fuck. And I think everyone needs to stop.
You say that, but here's the problem. You say that, right? And right now they're using it for that. The problem is if you don't know what they're doing, if they've done this, right? You don't know what they're doing. What if the next step is to go through your emails and see what you're buying? You know what? Hey, Saggy's sending emails to a boyfriend.
I get what you're saying, but more important, Tony, I get what you're saying, but more importantly, I'm not even worried about that. I'm more worried about them catching predators. That's my primary thing. If that's
how many predators have they caught, though, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sure they've caught plenty.
Here's the problem.
Hold on, pause. They didn't make it public until that one incident.
Here's the problem. Okay. The issue is in America, the system of justice we have is innocent until proven guilty. There's certain things that you're not allowed to do. Violations of your privacy are one of those things, right? You can't just, I could go into a school right now. I can go into a school, round everybody up, arrest everybody, and go, well, some of them did crimes, so it's okay that the rest of them got arrested, right? We let them go when we figured out they didn't do crimes. Would you be okay with that?
Say that again. I was listening.
I went into a school. And we just arrested everybody in the school. And then we went through everybody's pockets. And anyone who didn't do anything, we let go. And anyone who did something, you had drugs in your pocket, and we arrested them. Would you be okay with that?
If somebody arrested somebody who did something bad?
No, you're not listening. If we went and arrested everybody in the school, Saggy, and then we went through everybody's pockets, and then the people who had stuff we kept, and the people who didn't, we let go. You would be okay with that? Yes or no?
If people who had stuff, and I mean, if people had stuff, yeah. If they had some illegal shit, yeah.
So you're okay with me just hauling in the entire school, arresting them, processing them, then going through their pockets, and then when I find out that they're innocent, letting them go?
If you have suspicion enough where you need to do
no suspicion. Yeah. I just know Google didn't have any suspicion. They just went through everybody's emails, and they pinged the bad people, and the good people they let go. We just didn't know about it, is what I'm saying. This is exactly like if you just stop and frisk was illegal for a reason, right? Yeah, they caught people, but they were harassing a bunch of people for no reason. Do you not understand that? As a minority, you should really understand the implications of all this.
Wait. So right here on the privacy in terms, right?
This is now. You can't use now.
No, I'm just saying. Yes, Google's, hold on. Yes, Google's terms of services allow them to collect and analyze it. But here's the thing.
That's now.
Hold on. Wait. Stop. Okay. Do you know for a fact? Because now we're on another topic, real quick. Do you know for a fact? Do you know for a fucking fact that they never had those terms of services anywhere when you signed up? You sat there when you signed up for Google, your first Google account, and read the terms of services, Tony? All of it?
No, I didn't. I know for a fact because when the story came out, they investigated and they found out that it was not in the terms of service.
Oh, okay. Well.
What do you think? Nobody investigated that after the story came out?
I still don't care. I still don't fucking care.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't care that a bunch of people are getting stopped and frisked for no reason.
Tony, they're not getting stopped and frisked. I literally just Tony, I didn't say they're getting stopped and frisked.
That's the same thing. Stop and frisk is the same thing as going through pinging a program to go through all your emails. What if there's a false flag? I'm just saying you're an adult lady. You have breasts. Hold on. What if there's hold on. What if there's a 27-year-old woman who just has A cups and she's sending nude pictures to her boyfriend and she gets flagged and suddenly she's being hauled into for questioning, right? All this because she happens to look small. You're okay with that?
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I'm sorry, but I'm at the point now, Tony. There are so many actual fucking predators now that I'm fucking fine
and you're not. This is not stopping them, is what I'm saying, Saggy. You think this is helping, and I'm telling you, it's not helping.
I don't care if I have nothing to fucking hide. I have nothing to fucking hide. If
you don't care if the police search your house without a warrant.
I don't care.
Saggy, you were throwing a fit when people were sending the cops to your house to check on you.
I was throwing a fit because I wasn't fucking dead. Like I was throwing a fit.
Well, no, we're just making sure. Every time the cops went there, they just made sure.
Stop.
The same thing.
No, I wasn't mad at the cops showing up. I was mad at the fact that the cops showed up at a fucking place that I no longer resided in, which got some people that I didn't want to fucking deal with back involved in my life. That's what it was. That's what my issue was. Had nothing to do with the cops. The cops did their fucking job. They were fucking called. They have to respond. I'm not going to blame the cops for that. But again, if I have suspicion on me and I know I'm fucking innocent,
there's no suspicion.
I'm just saying. But you just said if there was false flagging, right? So somebody fucking called the cops on me and said I had a fucking gun, and the cops came in and asked to come to look for a fucking gun, and I know damn well I don't have a gun. I would let them come in. I would 100% let them come in. I would 100%. I would let you ask me if I would let cops come in without a warrant. You asked me if I would let cops come in.
But you added in the extra stuff, Saggy. You added in they got the
if the cops showed up at my house.
No, the cops just showed up to your house. They didn't get no phone call, nothing. They're just walking down the street and they decided, hey, look at that house. And they knocked on your door and say, hey, we're walking down the street. We just decided we want to search your home.
If we got to a point in this day and fucking age where the cops had a mandatory fucking go through everyone's fucking house to make sure nothing fucking crazy is happening because we live in a fucked up world, I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. I thank the cops for their fucking service. I don't care. There's too many fucking creeps in this fucking world that I really fucking wish.
You don't see how this could lead to abuse?
Bro, I'm saying if it was fucking mandatory,
you don't see how this could lead to abuse.
Everything can lead to abuse. AI has led to abuse. What the fuck do you mean? Yes, it does happen, but at the same time, if people weren't so fucking sick and do sick fucking shit, we wouldn't even.
Right, but this is not stopping that. You don't see Saggy. This is the problem.
What do you mean it's not stopping? Hold on. I just told a story about how they caught a fucking predator, and you're like, it's not stopping. Of course, it's not going to stop it, but it gets one less predator off the streets, does it not? It saves.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It got that predator off the fucking streets, did it not? Now that person's a registered sex offender. Okay,
you know that for sure? Did you look into the story?
You just said he went free. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you look into that story?
Yes.
Okay, what's the guy's name?
I don't fucking know the guy's name.
Exactly. Shut up. You
didn't look at the guy's name.
Anyways, what do you mean? He's a fucking registered sex offender. Of course,
he's not a registered sex. If he went free, he's not registered. Obviously, saying.
What do you mean? You do understand that registered sex offenders don't get fucking life in prison,
I said
right?
free.
You do know, but I'm saying
you understand that if the government found that Google acted illegally, then he went free on a technicality.
All right, let me give you a story. Let me give you a story and why I feel.
No stories.
Let me give you a story because we're getting into this now. Let me give you a story, right? So last month, right? I had fun. I don't even care anymore. Listen, last month, right? I found out, and this was not somebody I was really a friend with, but it was a friend of
you told me that story.
Yes, I told you the story, but I'm gonna tell everybody else the story. So a friend of my friend just found out that their friend got arrested, right? And we didn't know what it was for. The FBI showed up at this guy's place of employment and took him out. I got a call about it. And at the first, we were told that it was for embezzlement, which made sense based on who this person was, because I didn't know this person, but me and this person weren't like friends, right? So it made sense that maybe he was doing some embezzlement, right? Got a nice new car, was paying a lot of money for this car, right? No, he didn't leave. He's still here. He just put me in the main screen. He's still here. He muted so I can tell my story. So then, a couple days go by, he's in jail facing up to like 25 years in prison, right? For what we thought was embezzlement. Turned out my friend talked to his girlfriend and found out that he actually was arrested because he was caught distributing CP as young as ages I think it was like 5, 6, and 8 years old. Okay, this is somebody that we knew had no idea about this sick shit, right? Turns out we found out more. Oh, it got even worse. Okay, finds out that the FBI, this wasn't the first time the FBI had showed up at this person's place. The FBI had showed up at this guy's girlfriend's house a year ago, right? We thought when he moved out, he told us that the girlfriend and him broke up. That wasn't true. The truth was FBI showed up at his house because he was red flagged, right? They seized his computer and everything. The girlfriend's family found out that the FBI was there. Don't know if they knew why the FBI was there, but they forced her to kick him out the house, right? So this chick knew why, because the FBI had to say why they were there, okay? Why they were seizing all of his stuff, okay? So that happened. And then a year later, they finally catch him because they found it. They found exactly what they needed to actually take him in, right? And now for me, I understand what y'all are saying, but if I had the fucking option of living in the type of what Lunchbox said, a communist, right? Being in a communist fucking society to protect as many fucking kids as possible, I would take that any day of the week. So if y'all are mad at me for having that take, that's fine. I guess thankfully I don't have a fucking say in anything, right? But that's my opinion because me, I prioritize my privacy. I know I prioritize my privacy versus fucking privacy. I don't care. I would fucking give that up to make sure that a fucking predator spends fucking life in fucking bars as often as possible. I honestly don't care. And if that's the hot take,
Saggy, you honestly here's where you no, hold on.
Forgive me for caring about kids.
Here's what you don't understand.
I do understand. I just don't agree.
No, you don't. You don't understand. Here's what you fail to understand. Here's where you fail on your whole argument. Do you think that if we lived in that society, that the bad people would just keep being obviously bad? Do you think they wouldn't just hide it even better?
Again, I get what you're saying. But if it was a system that worked, I'd be all for it. Not saying it.
But it doesn't. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you it's not a system that works.
But I'm saying I would rather have a fucking predator get locked up and be.
Everyone would, but don't use that argument. No one wants a predator to not be locked up. If anyone had a choice, everyone in the chat, if you ask everyone here, would you want a predator locked up or a predator not locked up? Everybody's gonna go, I want a predator locked up. That's not the argument.
And
the argument is, do you want innocent people fucked with or innocent people?
I'm not judging y'all for disagreeing with it. I'm not judging y'all for disagreeing with it.
No one's disagreeing with you. Keep trying to frame it as if we don't want predators locked up. That's the problem.
Not framing it that way. I'm telling you my reason. No, I'm telling you my reason behind it. I'm telling you my reason behind it.
Ma'am,
no,
sir. I understand. I understand.
Sir.
But you keep saying this shit. Well, if I would rather have a predator locked up than not, as if to say we want predators.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. That's just what I don't care if that's my opinion. That is my opinion.
Your opinion is that you think we want predators to run free. Is that what your opinion is?
I'm not saying you're not. I didn't say that. You're putting that word in my mouth. I didn't put that word out there.
But if I said, hey, I would rather have people not be raped than be raped. So if you want people raped, then go with Saggy's version of things.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm sorry if you think I'm saying you don't want this, but for me, I'm saying because
everybody wants predators locked up. We're just saying this is an inefficient system.
You asked me the question. I gave you the answer. If I had a choice, right, between giving up my fucking freedom to protect as many fucking kids as possible, I'm gonna choose protecting kids.
But no one said that. See, you keep saying those words.
But I'm not saying
adding that shit on there. No, you keep adding the shit on there. It's not give up your freedom to protect children.
That's what you guys. That's what you. I'm also reading the chat. I'm also reading the chat. People saying that's a freedom issue. Again, I get you. I'm not disagreeing with y'all, but I'm just saying what I would do in this situation. Because you asked me, Ninja.
You keep trying to frame it as if it's the only thing is to protect children, and there's no other bad things that are going to happen out of this.
I'm not even trying to argue because these are fucking.
Listen to me.
Hold on, stop. These are gray area conversations. No, don't get mad. I'm not mad. I'm just yelling.
I know. Listen though.
These are gray area conversations.
Listen.
It is gray area conversations.
Listen. It's not just about protecting children. That's not the only thing that people are talking about. Okay.
Protect the children.
We all want children protected. We all want predators locked up. Okay. We're just saying that if you're going to do this, it's going to affect more than just the bad people, is what we're saying. We're just saying.
I understood that. I understood that.
Okay, but you keep framing it. This is you. Well, I would rather have all the bad people locked up, which means that we wouldn't want the bad people locked up. Don't say that. That makes it sound bad. That makes your argument sound like you think that we're all predators or predator pro. Right? We're not.
I would never say that.
I'm okay. I'm okay with giving up my freedom for security. Just say that. I'm okay.
Fine. What tone is that? I'm okay with giving up my security and everything.
No, my freedom. You're okay with giving up your freedom.
I'm okay with giving up my security freedom for security. 100%. There you go. There. Does that sound better for you?
And yeah, because we rather have freedom than security. That's it. That's the argument. Because you keep trying to when you add all this other stuff and say, "Well, I want children to be safe." That makes it sound like the other side of the argument is we don't want. I want children to be safe too, and I think children will be more safe under my system than under your system.
I mean, I'm just saying that's my personal take on it. That's my personal take on it. I'm not even trying to argue. Like somebody, like Douglas, I get it. I'm not arguing for the sake of argument. It's literally just my fucking opinion. That's just my opinion.
I just think your opinion is on flawed logic.
And that's fine. It's fine if it's on flawed logic. I don't care. That's still my opinion, and I have every right to have it. Again, I can accept having a bad opinion, and be fine with it. I'm not mad about it. I just like to yell at Tony. I do like to yell at Tony, but I'm not mad. Like, don't get it twisted. Nobody sit here and think me and Tony are actually fucking fighting. I know how your haters like to twist shit all the time.
Getting Saggy riled up so she can take it out on her boyfriend later. That's all.
Oh, okay. Let's play the video. Get off this topic.
I can't play the video. I gotta go. You can play the video. I'm gonna go eat.
No,
I got a steak waiting for me.
Why don't
I just got told my steak's ready. I gotta go.
By who? Who are you talking? Oh my god! Now
Don't
I gotta
worry about it.
Okay. No, to come back. I need you to post the link. I need you to post the link in the private chat. Give me the link. give me the link.
What's his name? Put the link.
It's all the way up top now. I don't know where it is anymore. Why can't you just post the link? You had it up a second ago.
Because I don't know if I. Damn it! Because I closed the window. That's why.
All right. Never mind. They posted it again because you're a fucking bum because you want to argue with me about my fucking.
I want to argue. You want to argue because I said it. We just.
You want to argue.
Arresting people and stuff. You
want to argue.
You know what, Saggy? I'm ending this stream, guys. No crazy cat video. We're just gonna go. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your night.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Because I could do it. I could at any minute. I can hit that button.
No, I know you can. Don't threaten me. Now you're gonna threaten me. Now you're gonna use your kindness against me. What are you extorting me, motherfucker?
Bye, crazy cat. No, I'm not extorting you. It's blackmail.
Don't extort me. Oh, it's blackmail. It's blackmail. It's not extortion. It's blackmail. You guys see, this is my friends. I need better friends.
You need better friends? I'm the best friend you can ever have. Okay, woman? Just remember that.
Yes, okay, bye. Okay, I got the video up. Tony's a troll, I swear. Oh, you're out right now? Well, I hope you're having fun being out. Kick Saggy. I'll kick you, Douglas. Don't make me hit that button. Don't kick Douglas. Nobody kick Douglas. I'm the only one who can kick Douglas. Okay, let's play this video from the anime men. That's kind of sad. I think I like the anime men. They're the ones that do like all the music videos. All right. We're going to react to this video because Crazy Cat will kill me after we just had that amazing argument on stream. See, this is why I like live stream. You never know what's going to happen. Why are you still there? I don't fucking know. Wait, you left? No wonder why you're so quiet. That's hilarious. Your whole thing glitched. That's funny. We're just gonna keep Tony in stasis. No, I'll okay, there you go. You're gone. There you go. All right, let's watch this video. Oh man.
Color for this opportunity and High Dive for sponsoring this video. Join High
I gotta wish Tony was here. His internet was better than mine.
Dive and stream anime like Redo of Healer, including the spicy web version.
Oh my god, the spicy web version. I don't know if I can do this. First of all,
you can't find anywhere else. And while you're there, why not check out other uncensored titles like Monster Musume, Talaveru, Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher, and many more. Click the link in the description box below to find your new favorites.
Yeah.
How's it going, everyone? This is the Anime Man. So, Redo of Healer. No exaggeration to say that it's been the talk of the town for the past couple of months now, for reasons that are better or worse. And for some reason, unknowingly, I have kind of become the face of this series, or at least the ambassador of this series in the world of Anishu. You make a couple of videos and suddenly you're the face of an anime. Who would have thought? But for those of you who haven't seen my videos on Redo of a Healer, let me explain what it is. It is an anime series that is based off a manga series that is then based off a light novel series. And said light novel, manga, and anime have been rather
it's just so laggy.
Controversial. Out of all the anime series,
yeah, it's like so bad. I don't know why my internet's doing this. Yeah, let's turn on the quality. Maybe that'll help it.
That I have ever seen in my life, I would have to say Redo of Healer is probably the most polarizing series in terms of the people who love it and people who wish it didn't exist in the first place. I personally find those kinds of shows so much more interesting than those that have unanimous opinions on it. Because I always like to see both sides of the argument. Why do some people think that this show is amazing, guilty pleasure or not? And why do some people think that it is the most disgusting thing ever created? And I think I've done a pretty good job of trying to explain and analyze both sides of the argument. But today's video is something a little different and will most likely be the final video I will be making on Redo of Healer, because in all honesty, there is nothing more I can say about this series that will top what I am about to do. That's right, as you can see in the title of this video, I had the wonderful opportunity by the folks over at Kadokawa and High Dive to actually meet the man who created the series.
Don't forget what Frog Tony said earlier, that Yellow Flash and everybody who reviewed this said that this was created by a woman. It's actually created by a man. Just say it.
I'm about to go sit down and confront with the author of Redo of Healer and essentially talk to him and figure out for myself why this series exists, why do people like it, why do people hate it, why has it become such a controversial name in the anime world of 2021. But without further ado, let's just jump into it.
So I'm here right now at the Kadokawa office here in Tokyo with the one and only Skill.
Oh my god, I have that fucking fox mask. I actually have that fox mask. I'm not even kidding.
こんにちは。
はい、こんにちは。小説家の月尾瑠衣と申します。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。格好がすごいですね。
そうですね。イメージカラーというか、もうイメージフォックスがフォックスなんです。フォックス。あ、オレンジが。
I'm mad that he's not using that mask properly because that mouth actually moves. He's not using it properly.
イメージカラーなんですか？
いやいや、もうずっと狐作家で通してるんですよね。
ああ、ツイッターのアイコンも狐でしたよね。
そうです。
ああ、なるほど。
ものすごい狐が好きで、ヒロインとかも全部狐美少女を出しまくってたんですよ。
あ、確かにめっちゃ狐出てますね。
で、やっと念願のアニメ化したのが、珍しく狐を出してない作品。ただなんですけど、2期までいけば、狐の新キャラが出せるんで、そこまでいけばいいなって思うんですけど、
そうですね。
はい、そこはまあ大人の事情なんです。
なるほど。今回が動画初ということで、初公開ですよ。
そうですね。
緊張してますか？いや、でも緊張することないですよ。
いやいやいやいや、普通一般人は不特定多数に顔出すのがすごい怖いですよ。
まあ確かに。先生は作家人生何年目ですか？
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about this boring shit. I just want to know the What? I want to know about the controversial shit. That's what we want to get to. Like him actually talking about why this shit exists, why YellowFlash thinks, yes, he is speaking he speaks Japanese. I understand a little bit of it. But I want to see like what he says about the controversy surrounding it, because this is all just like fluff shit to me. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is interesting.
というか、もう本当に自分が読みたいものは自分で書くのが一番。
So basically, what he was asked, right, is that he has a passion for writing, right? And he's basically replied to, I wrote down what I want to read, like what I would like to read. And that's interesting.
楽だなって。
まあそうですよね。
お金もかかんないし。で、趣味でずっと書いてたんですけど、社会人になってから投稿サイトっていうのがどんどん現れ出しました。小説をもうアップして不特定多数の人が見てくれるって、ああ、そういうのは面白そうだなって、そこにアップし始めたら、出版社の方から声かけていただいて、趣味でしかなかった小説が、今自分にご飯を食べさせてくれる。
すごい夢叶ってます
ね。そうですね。
僕も何人かのライトノベル作家さんとインタビューさせてもらった上で、皆さんやっぱりもともと国語とか文系のその授業とか、まあ強い方だったとおっしゃる方がいっぱいいるんですけど、月尾先生もやっぱり文系派なんですか？
いや、自分はもうずっと理系進んでましたね。
理系ですか？
はい、理系ですよ。学校も理系だし、就職後も多分みんな名前が知ってるような有名な IT 企業。
あ、じゃあもう文系理系関係ないんですね。
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. Again, boring. Let's get to the controversy. Thank you for letting me shamelessly plug it. Alright.
初めてアニメ化されたのが 回復術師ですか？
そうですね。初めてアニメ化するのが回復術師です。
で、そのアニメが決定したよっていうニュースが来たときはどう思いました？
いやー、ものすごい嬉しいですよ。
そうですよね。
いや、だって、アニメってラノベ。
Alright, Crazy Cat, can we get to the part where like it's actually important? You could go to where he spikes and views bar array. Oh, okay, hold on. What did the fox say? It's crazy. I have that same fucking fox mask. That's what's crazy. I bought it at Walmart for like $15. Let's see. Okay, okay. I deliberately wrote something I thought would sell well. Okay. Okay, so okay, hold on. Let's go here.
とか出てきて、もうずっとエゴサし続けて、締め切り落として怒られましたから。
世界でもやっぱり近頃アニメ見てくれる人がもう多分だんだんと増えてきてると思うので、海外の方も回復術師を見てる方はたくさんいると思うんですよね。
そうですね。
やっぱり日本ではどうかは知らないですけど、やっぱり海外だと、ぶっちゃけ問題作なんですよ。いろいろ。
Okay, so here's the question for those of you who aren't paying attention to the subtitles. So he asks, the interviewer says to the creator of this disgusting anime, I don't know how it's received in Japan, but overseas this is very controversial. And obviously obviously the artist knows, he laughs about it, and then he says for various reasons. So now we're going to get the answer to what this artist, the creator of this stuff, thinks about it.
日本でも大丈夫、問題です。
そうですよね。
So it's controversial. It's controversial in Japan as well. Remember how I said that a lot of anime is sus, right? But even by that standards, even Japan, this fucking thing is controversial. Okay? Okay.
テーマとかがやっぱり今言っちゃえばラノベ界でも結構ダークな方だと思うんですよね。
そうですね。
このようなテーマとかストーリーとか
He asked, what motivated you to write this kind of story?
を作りたいって思ったのはなぜですか？
実はこれは割と計算で売れると思って企画。
That's crazy. I deliberately wrote something that I thought would sell well. I don't know how anyone in their right mind would think that R-wording people is something that would sell well. But here we are talking about it.
したプロジェクトで小説家になろうっていう投稿サイトがあるんですけど、そのランキングにもうどんどん復習してやるぜっていうタイトルがちらっと並んで。
So now he's saying, right? He was looking up inspirational stuff. Many of the top-ranking submissions on the site that he was looking at was revenge stories.
なんですよ。
あ、そうなんですか？
そうです、そうです。ああ、人気あるんだ。やってみよう。俺こういうの好きだしなって思って中見てみると、どれもこれもぬるいなって。復習言ってるんですけど、なんか初めのもう2話3話ぐらいで復習が終わっちゃって、なんかあとただのハーレムチート最強系で、そういうの読んでると、俺ならもっとえげつないのできるんじゃないかな。
So there we go. So basically why he wrote this thing is because he was reading other people's stories, and a lot of the submissions of those stories were a lot of revenge stories. And revenge stories was a popular thing, right? In Japan, I'm assuming, right? So he decided that he was going to write a revenge story. And then he said, a lot of these revenge stories, they have, all these revenge happening. And then at the end, they get like a harem, right? And he's like, I want to write this too. I could probably write something a little bit more hardcore than what I've been reading. And that's his inspiration for Redo Healer.
復習足りねえなと思ったんです。
そう。じゃあ、限界まで切ってみようか。でしかも、最初だけじゃなくて、最初から最後まで復習し続けるような、そういうエンターテインメントを難しいけど構築できるんじゃないか。で、それで徹底的に復習する、復習し続けるっていうコンセプトのもとで生まれたのが、回復術師のやり直しっていう作品です。
じゃあ、もう言っちゃえば、わざと問題作を作って、これは売れるだろうなと思って出したんですね。
あれはそうですね、博打です。通ったらすごいなって。だって、
So basically he's saying, right? He wanted to make a story that he knew would sell well. So he wanted to make it controversial on purpose so that it would sell, which it did, right? It got to the point where it became an anime adaptation, right? So he made this story purposely to be controversial, right? And again, I get the motivation, but it's like still, holy shit. We're talking about R-wording minors. Okay? Like, holy shit. Right. And the writer is hiding their identity. Well, in fairness, when it comes to certain things, like a lot of people in Japan, they can be very humbling, especially when they're just starting out. They're very humble, right? And a lot of them don't really want to be front and center, you know, especially when I said like something as far as like a manga writer, like that when they get famous, it's different. They get used to it. But in the beginning, they are very humble and shy when it comes to these things. And of course, having a very controversial thing, you don't want people to actually see who you are. I mean, his name's out there. I'm sure his face is out there. But like, I think this is more of like his comfort zone, being on camera for the first time in front of a big audience, like you said at the beginning. So that's what it is. Because like his name is out there. And that could be his pen name, you know. Most don't wear masks for interviews, right? But it's not uncommon. Crazy Cat, I've seen it before. Japanese people, they're interesting. I'm not gonna say weird. Nah, they're kind of weird. I'm not surprised that he didn't want to show his face. You know, that's all. I mean, I'm gonna say, like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, I would probably hide my face too if I had a controversial comic book / anime about R-wording a bunch of kids. I would wear a mask too. I don't blame him for that. He motherfucker should hide his face.
他でもやってない、あそこまでやってるの他にないじゃないですか。そうですね。けど、まあ誰もやったことがないっていうことは、通らなかったら盛大に爆死するっていう、そういう長半ギャンブルやって、アニメになるまで勝ったのが回復術師っていう作品ですね。
先生が言ったように、やっぱり最初から最後までもう復習をし続けるっていうコンセプトで、はい、まあやり始めたと思うんですけど、復習といってもまあいろいろな復習の仕方があるじゃないですか。そうですね、やっぱりまあ復習劇はまあライトノベルの漫画でも結構まあよく見るテーマだと思うんですよね。ただやっぱり個人的に回復術師ちょっと一味二味違うなって思ったのは、やり返しの仕方がもうレベチなんですよ。そうですね。
I just wish they would say, okay, I was going to say, can they just say what it is? Both sexual and violent aspects of revenge, yeah.
要素でも、バイオレンス要素でも、結構えげつない方だと思うんですよね。はい、やっぱりそういう、まあ、ハード系な、復讐劇を作り。
He wanted to make a porn, guys. I'm just going to answer that question. This man wanted to make a porn about R-wording children. That's what it comes down to. Again, keep in mind, this is the anime that fucking YellowFlash, a lot of people absolutely loved.
見たいと思ったのは、理由とかってあるんですか？
いや、そっちの方が面白いからですよ。逆に今すごいって言ってくれたんですけど、一番気を使ったのがすごくなりすぎないことなんですよね、逆に。
あ、そうなんですね。
Not going too far. I can't, bro. The anime is about R-wording people, bro. Like, what do you mean?
っていうのも、復習やり返しが楽しいって思えるラインと、痛々しくて見てられないっていうラインがあるんです。
Listen, an enjoyable revenge, right? Because this is what he's saying. He's saying that he wanted to make a revenge story. And he wanted to make it a hardcore revenge story, right? And I'm like, okay, the type of revenge stories that I enjoy, and a lot of people enjoy, right, is usually what? A fucking bully who gets their comeuppance. You know, that to me is a great revenge story where you have a character being bullied for every reason they're being bullied, having a come up story and getting their get back on the bully. Those to me are great stories. Now we're talking about trauma stories. This person was assaulted sexually and now they're going to do it back to the person. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because a lot of predators, believe it or not, guys, a lot of actual child predators in real life, they were victims in their childhood. They grow up and then they become predators. So it's a fucked up story. It's a fucked up revenge story.
ですよ。いや、指を折るとかだったら、まあギリギリいけるけど、爪を剥いだり、ミンチにしたりとか、そこまでいくと、もうスプラッタになって面白くないじゃないですか。
そうですね。
まあそれを好きな人もいるんですけど、その人を相手に商売してたら、あんま数売れないんですよね。スプラッタになる手前で、復讐のカタルシスを味わえるっていう、そういうギリギリのところで勝負するっていう、そこがものすごい頑張っているところではあるんです。
他作品と比べて、まあ、さっきも言ったように、まあ、エロの表現が激しいと思うんですよね。はい、多分個人的に考えるには、やっぱりまあ、ぶっちゃけエロは 売れるんですよね。
それは間違ってますね。
あ、そうですか。
実はエロって売れてる作品が少ないだけで、チリアクターのようにエロ売れると思っている作家が後追いでガーって出しまくってるんです。けど、それで売れてるのって一握りなんで、そんな勝率の高い分野じゃないんです。
ってなると、エロを入れるにあたって、その売れる秘策とかってあるんですか？
さっき言ったように、これ
Hold on, pause. Tony in the chat says this. I don't know. I feel like if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Give it attention. Japanese culture and what they enjoy for entertainment isn't going to change. They like this kind of dark weird stuff. That's good and all, great and all, but that is not even the point of this entire conversation, Tony. The point of this conversation is to talk about how YellowFlash and those in that camp have no problem calling people pedophiles for consuming or even looking at this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, they're promoting the same type of shit that they would condemn anyone else for doing. So it's not about if I like it. I don't like it. I'm not going to watch it 100%. But this whole entire point is to give complete context as to why Yellow fucking Trash and anyone who fucking was like supporting Redo Healer being fucking hypocrites and calling out other people for consuming the same thing. That's what it cuts to. That's what this entire stream is about. That and again, right, here's the thing too, right, like Crazy Cat said, I don't know what point you came in, but the creator, this guy in the fox mask is the creator of this property, right? He wrote the book, he wrote the light novel, which turned into a manga, which then turned into an anime. So even he said it is controversial in Japan. So yes, you're right, Tony. Japan does have laxity when it comes to certain things, but even this was too much for Japan. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And yeah, that's what it's about. YellowFlash being a fucking straight up hypocrite. And he said the same thing that you said, Tony. He said the same thing you said. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. And yet YellowFlash makes money off of watching shit he says he doesn't like, but it makes him money. He doesn't like Marvel anymore. He doesn't like anything Disney puts out. Oh, fuck Star Wars. They killed Star Wars. They're killing Marvel. All this shit. He covers this shit all the time and talks about how much he fucking hates it all the time. And it's the same thing. Practice what you preach. If you don't like it, then just don't watch it. But they watch it so they can shit on it so they can make money. Again, at least call it what the fuck it is. At least call it what the fuck it is. You know, that's where I'm at. If you don't like something, then don't watch it. I 100% agree with you, Tony. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You're not going to get any pushback from me. I'm not going to give you any pushback. But don't say and tell me these motherfuckers aren't hypocrites as fuck. The thing is that they won't admit it. I'll always admit if I'm being hypocritical. If I'm being hypocritical, I will always admit that shit. If somebody's like, you're being a hypocrite, I'll be like, all right, I can see how I'm being a hypocrite. I'll even call myself out before anyone else can. But don't say and tell me these motherfuckers don't deserve to get called out on their shit. YellowFlash has called people pedophiles, straight up pedophiles for this type of shit. But when anyone calls him a pedophile, he'll say they're trying to cancel me, guys. Look at them trying to cancel me. Look at them trying to cancel me, these fucking weirdos. These NPC weirdos, these libtards. This motherfucker's doing the same shit he's calling out. A spade is still a spade, y'all. A spade is still a spade. A spade is still a spade. Let me ask you this. Why do you think this anime is popular in the West if it's got gross content, dark, weird, and underage characters? Because when people watch anime, like I said, we're so numb, right? Anime fans have been so fucking numb to these facts that a lot of these characters that we've been watching and loving and enjoying and sexualizing and fantasizing about, that they're fucking underage fucking characters, right? When we're younger, especially, we don't think like that because, again, we're just watching cartoons. Big Mouth is a perfect example of a fucking show that shows children in a lot of inappropriate ways. Big Mouth was very controversial because it's a shock value, right? It's a shock value. But at the end of the day, people praising this and saying it's the best anime ever, it's amazing. It's like, but it involves the whole story of this fucking show is R-wording kids, bro. That is the whole point of this fucking show. And of course, when you hear that, people are curious. Like when I heard about Big Mouth, people are talking about Big Mouth at work and shit. Oh, have you seen Big Mouth? It's really controversial. And now watch Big Mouth. I think it's funny. Do you know why I think it's funny? Because it's not about R-wording children. It's about puberty. It's a story where we can relate to as adults and remember how it was for us when fucking we went through puberty and they made it funny, right? Is it uncomfortable to watch? 100%. But context does matter in everything that happens when it comes to entertainment. Context matters. Cuties, I understand why Cuties was made. It was supposed to have a good message, but I still disagree with them how the message was portrayed. You can tell a story about why it's wrong to sexualize children without actually having to do the sexualization of the children to get that point across. If you are a fucking grown-ass adult, you don't need a fucking movie to tell you that it's not okay to sexually fucking fantasize about fucking kids and over-sexualize children. You shouldn't need a movie to fucking tell you that. So when it comes to this specific topic, my main issue is these fucking YouTubers, these people who reviewed it, thought it was fucking amazing, and downplayed the fucking whole point of the fucking show, which is to highlight and I hate to say it, glorify sexual assault on underage children, and even if that sexual assault, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, you know? And that's why I'm calling out YellowFlash, Nick Ricada, anyone who watched this shit and was trying to fucking make it sound like this was a great anime and downplay what this anime really was about. You have the creator saying that he purposely wanted something controversial to sell. And that's exactly what he did. That's why he's wearing a fox mask, because he doesn't want to show his fucking face while he talks about why this fucking thing exists in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Big Mouth is controversial too, and people don't think it should exist. Well, good for everybody, because the last season's coming out soon, so they no more Big Mouth, no more Big Mouth, no more Big Mouth. And it is controversial, but again, there's a difference between having a cartoon show about puberty and making fun of like the shit that we definitely been through when it came to puberty. Again, is it uncomfortable? Yes, but it's meant to be funny. And talk about how puberty hits, right? Not saying it's right. If you're uncomfortable with Big Mouth, you're uncomfortable by Big Mouth. But they don't actually show the kids having actual sex with each other. They're not showing kids sexually assaulting each other or being sexually assaulted, right? This entire fucking anime is all about that. It's all about a fucking boy who was R-worded by, and we just found out because I never watched it, he was R-worded by men, right? Grown men. A 30-year-old man R-worded a 14-year-old boy on the commands of a 15, 17, I don't know how old the chick was, of a princess, right? Because having sex with him grants the person who has sex with him more power. So she sent a 30-year-old man to SA a 14-year-old boy, and then that 14-year-old boy decided that he was going to use his power to go back in time and do the same thing to the women who did it to him. That is the story. That is why this fucking shit is controversial, not only in America or whatever countries, but it's also controversial in Japan itself. I think that they draw a line at adults having sex with kids like that. Like they'll have no problem sexualizing 15-year-olds, but they will never show them engaging in sex. That's the line that Japan fucking doesn't cross, right? They don't fucking do that, right? According to what this man said, how it's controversial in Japan. Even though I call bullshit, because again, there's some animes based on fucking high schoolers in hentai that do get the same treatment, but I digress.
のカタルシスがあるんですね。それとエロとの親和性が高いから跳ねたんですよ。エロだけだったら多分売れていない。
エロプラスアルファみたいなのを入れないとってことですね。
そのエロの必然性とエロがもっと盛り上がるような感じ。刺身の唾と刺身の組み合わせみたいな感じでエロと復讐が一つになったから売れたんだなって思ってます。復讐単体だとすごい難しいのが、そのスッキリするほど激しい復讐って何かっていうと、相手を痛めつける方向になっちゃうんですね。で、痛めつけるシーンばっかり見てたら楽しくないじゃないですか。
そうですね。
けど、復讐で女の子にエロいことをするってなったら、見てて楽しいですよね。
Wait, I missed that part.
つけるシーンばっかり見てたら楽しくないじゃないですか。
Violent scene after another isn't fun to watch.
そうですね。
けど、復讐で女の子にエロいことをするってなったら、見てて楽しい。
Okay, he said if the Avenger, the person who's getting revenge, sexually assaults somebody, that is fun to watch. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
欲しいですよね。
まあ、それは先生が個人的に好きっていうのも多分あると思うんですけど。
みんな回復術師のアニメの2話とか好きじゃないですか。反応良かったですし。
まあでもぶっちゃけ、その海外のアニメ界から見ると、やっぱり特に2話とかって問題作だったと思うんですよ。そういう復讐好きな人もいれば、いや、これはちょっとあんまりなんじゃないかなっていう人が多分いたと思うんですよね。
これは覚悟の上なんですよ。100人お客さんがいるとするじゃないですか。
はい、
で、その100人になんとなく好きって思ってもらっても、そのなんとなく好きだとお金払ってくれないんですよね。けど、100人がいて、50人は大好き、50人は作者死ねって思うじゃないですか。そしたら、その50人はちゃんとお金払ってくれるんです。だからもうそういう好き嫌いがあってもいい。全体で本当に好きっていう人もどれだけ作れるか。
Okay, so basically what if you guys, again, I understand the captions if you guys aren't reading it. I know it's Japanese, so I'll just recap. He basically asks about like how the overseas audience finds this problematic, right? And his analogy of it is if you have 100 people in a room, right, watching this, and half those people hate it, they're not going to pay for it. You know, if you have 100 people watching it and they don't like, they're not going to pay for it. But if you have 50 people who like it, half the room likes it, they're going to pay for it, right? So like the other 50 people, he don't give a fuck about. The people who are saying that this is problematic, that he don't care about their opinion. And he's going for the people who are paying and putting food on his table. That's what his point is in giving this analogy. He said he was prepared to face the controversy from the start. So he already kind of knew that what he was putting out was controversial, was going to get people upset, but he mostly cares about as long as people are passionate about this and the ones that are paying him are the ones that matter the most. That's basically why he's justifying with writing a very knowingly problematic property of R-wording minors. I have to keep saying that just so people understand what the problem is that I am having with this situation is about R-wording a bunch of minors. And as the person interviewing him explains, it's not just like it's violently sexual. The creator said himself, violently sexual. Meaning we're not just seeing women being like R-worded, it's like the way they're being R-worded too is part of the controversy. Again, I'm not seeing this just to confirm it. I'm just saying by what the creator's saying is it's not just a simple, I'm hitting you down and you're taking it type of R-word. He got creative with it is what he's saying. I already told you about one scene that I know of that I read, which is again, the guy with the hot poker telling this young underage girl, I either stick this hot poker in you or you're taking this D. And obviously you know what she chose. You get what I'm saying? Like it's how he's also portraying these sexual acts of violence against these minors that is a problem. I want to keep reminding you, YellowFlash gave it a 12 out of 10. Would watch again.
それがまあこの作品のコンセプトなんで、そこは覚悟の上です。
視聴者層でちょっと僕気になったことを見つけまして、で先生のツイッターにこういうの書かれてたんですけど、回復術師のやり直しのアニメって視聴者の女性比率が平均より高いと聞いて驚いている。算出方法は配信サイトの会員情報ってつぶやいたと思うんですけど、これなぜだと思います？僕は正直これを見て、そうなんだって思ったんですよ。なんかこういう作品って、まあ多分男性目線から見て、で男性のその視聴者の方がまあ多いと思ったんですよね。
多分女の子もエロいの好きなんだと思います。だってデイジースコミックって読んだことあります？
ないですね。
ああ、なるほど。あのジャンルはトラブルよりエロい。
あ、マジですか？
はい。普通にセックスしまくります。で、よくあるシーンだと嫉妬に狂った女が主人公を罠にはめて襲わせるっていう。なんかもうそういうみんな好きなんじゃないですか、女の子。
Okay. So the creator, the artist said that women enjoy R-word, which is exactly what, you know, that girl, when she was talking to YellowFlash on a YouTube channel that we watched earlier said, right? And I want to go ahead and explain it again to those of you who just tuned in or just need a recap, right? Women do not want to be R-worded, okay? R-wording means to force it on us when we do not want it. The correct thing is like women want to be dominated. They watch these types of things because to them, they're not, again, these women who are indulging in this, they're not looking at it like it's being R-worded. They're looking at it like, I want that to happen to me. Once you want it, it's no longer the R word. That's the thing that people don't understand. It's not R-word fantasies that these women have. If you are wanting a man to force himself on you, it is not R-wording. Okay? It means you just want to be dominated. You want a strong man to pin you up against the wall, pull you up, and just go to town, right? That is hot. That is hot, okay? That doesn't mean that I want to be R-worded. No, that's not how it works. No still means no, but if you're saying yes, is it still R-wording? No. So no, I can't stand this fucking line of fucking excusing R-wording by saying the girls want it. That's not how it works. Right. Women want to be ravished. Right. They want to be dominated. You know, look at, perfect example. Okay. Look at, have you guys ever seen Spartacus? Spartacus was a great fucking show, by the way. Great fucking show. If you have not seen Spartacus, definitely give it a watch. Kind of loses me at the, like, you know, after the main actor died and they recast a new guy, whatever. Anyways, Spartacus was a great show. One of the characters that I will say emphasizes what I'm saying, right, is Lucy Lawless's character in Spartacus. Yes, guys, watch it because you get to see Lucy Lawless naked and get down and dirty. I loved it. I was, let me tell you. Anyways, so Lucy Lawless's character is married to one of the fucking head houses of a certain specific house that owns the Spartans as slaves and shit, right? And now they're freaky, right? Like people in those days, they had orgies and shit. Like you could be married and you were completely fine with your husband having sex with the fucking slaves right in front of you. That's what that show was. Now Lucy Lawless' character had an affair with one of her husband's Spartans, Crixus, right? Who is played by I forget his last name, but his name is Monet something, right? He played Deathstroke in I believe he played Deathstroke in Arrow. He played Deathstroke in the CW show Arrow, right? So she was having sex with Crixus because even though she loved her husband, still had sex with her husband, very passionately had sex with her husband was this very small dude. And Crixus was a fucking warrior. I mean, he was fucking, like he was a strong man and she wanted to be ravaged by him, right? And that's what women want. Women want to be dominated. That's why women are fucking attracted to the stories where it's involving a man being very like, you know what I'm saying? Very aggressive. Yes, thank you. Manu Burnett, thank you. I appreciate it. That's what it is. It's not R-wording. We don't want to get R-worded. We just want to be, like Crazy Cat said, ravished. Ravished. We want a man to pin us up against the wall, pin ourselves down, put us in handcuffs, and have their way with us. But that's consenting. That's consenting. That's why 50 Shades of Grey was a fucking popular book. 50 Shades of Grey was a popular book. Why? Because it was very sexualized and it was about BDSM. And that is what that's what these women want. They want their men to do that to them consensually. So no, all that shit about women wanting to be R-worded, it's fucking cap. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. That's not what women want. No, like, hello. Okay, let's take a bunch of fucking R-word cases from women who've been sexually assaulted and say, hey, you know, Did you feel good when that happened, though? Were you into it? I agree, though. 50 Shades of Grey did suck, Mike. But the reason why 50 Shades of Grey did really well was because of the over-sexualization and the fucking, whole thing about that. That's literally all it is. I'm just saying. Well, just watch Secretary instead. I'm just saying. So I just had to get that point because that shit pisses me off when people say that. Like, no, we don't want to be fucking assaulted. No means no, motherfuckers.
Grammarly helps.
Oh, Grammarly. That's a great fucking way to transition from that whole thing we just watched. That's crazy.
に一番女性客に嫌われるのって、いわゆるハーレムラブコメのものすごい女が男にこびまくる。で、ラッキースケベとか、あっちの方が実は女性客は取れないっていうのをなんか昔分析した時に見えたんですね。
I don't know what fucking like research he did, but like I can tell you a bunch of animes that involve harem stories that were very fucking popular. I mean, even especially when like the reverse is true, like or in High School Host Club, the main character is a female who has to join a host club full of boys whose whole purpose is to entertain women, and she has to pay off a debt, so she has to work for them and get women to pay for their services so she can pay off the debt she owes them for breaking a vase. And eventually all the characters fawn over her, right? There are plenty of harem stories that females love. Like, I've been an anime fan for a very long time, and like I used to love those stories too, so I think he's incorrect with that one.
女性の媚び、そこがあるかないかがやっぱり平均視聴率、女性が高かった理由かなっていうふうに思ってるんですけど、まあこんなの所詮後付けですね。
海外とかでもやっぱりその問題作として捉えてた視聴者によると、やっぱり要素が入っているから女性は絶対こんなの嫌だろっていうのが一般的だったんですよね、僕調べだと。
エロで見てるんじゃなくて、復讐のカタルシスの方をちゃんと女性のお客様は見てくださったのかなとも思います。
いっそのこともエロ同人誌とか作りたいと思ったことあるんですか？
思ったことはあるんですけど、あれ結局のところ、
I just want to point out what he said again for those who aren't reading the captions. The interviewer asked him, basically, like, he told him that the reason why it's kind of controversial overseas is because of all the R wording, right? And that a lot of women would not like it. And he said, well, I don't think that the women overseas would really focus on that, you know, all the R wording that goes on in the story. They're just going to focus on the revenge aspect of it. No, that R wording is pretty bad.
イラストレーターさんっていうか、絵が描けないと辛いんですよね。
逆に官能小説とかどうですか？
官能小説、仕事のオファーはいろいろもらってるんですけど、中にはすごい人いるんですよ。売れるかどうかなんて知らねえ。俺は俺の好きなものを描くんだって流行と正反対の描くんですよ。でもそのエネルギーが勝手に道を作るんですね。流行に沿ったものを作るんじゃなくて、俺が走り抜けた後に流行ができるっていう。
なるほど、
はい。そういう作家何人か知ってて憧れますけど、ごめんなさい。そこのラインは俺には無理だな。
やっぱり先駆者になるのは難しいですもんね。
そうですね。
回復実践のやり直しが、この動画録画している時にはもう第1期はもう終了しているということで、先生個人的にはどうでしたか？
とても素敵なアニメを作ってくださったと思います。
第2期は期待している方がたくさんいると思うんですけど、作るとしたらですよ。第2期の見どころとかってありますか？
第2期にやるとすれば、やっぱりその小説の中でも一番盛り上がる対魔王戦。
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I think we get the point of it. I'm curious what the comments were for this. I'm very curious what the comments were for this. This was made 3 years ago. Let's see. Okay, so Joey is the one who's part of Anime Men. Basically this guy just found a way to make money off of getting targeted by cancel culture. He played the internet like a damn fiddle. Honestly, I give him props for that. That's crazy. More of the story. If you have if it's better to have 50 admirers and 50 haters rather than 100 viewers that don't even care. Dang, I can't believe the person that made a redo of Healer is a furry. These comments. Let's see. This was the last person I expected to write redo Healer. He's unsurprisingly wholesome. That's crazy. I met and confronted the creator of redo Healer. Well, I expected Joey to interrogate the author like some prisoner, but who knew they'd be a chill dude in a furry suit? That's crazy. Author, I'm extremely careful about going too far. Joey, oh really? Oh my god. This whole thing is kind of crazy. Man's really said the popular revenge stories are weak, so I'm gonna write my own. What a Chad. That's crazy. These comments, man. It's just really weird that all these people are like, some of them are making points like, you know, this is crazy. I love how honestly, you know, the thing that I'm not hearing discussed though, the ages. The fucking ages. That's for me where I'm kind of like, they're not talking about the ages of these characters, which we know The ages are very important. It's not even just about the R-wording story. It's about the ages of the characters that are getting R-worded. That's all very problematic. Notice they haven't mentioned ages, but I think you guys get the point, okay? We have basically talked about Redo Healer to death. You guys now know what Redo Healer is about, and you know that YellowFlash is a hypocrite for saying this is a 12 out of 10 and promoting this shit. And making it sound like he's not a degenerate, gross piece of shit, in my humble opinion. So there you go. There you go. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Now's the time to ask questions in the chat. Let's go. Let's hit me with it. Let's hit me with it. Where's Lord Raptor Jesus when you need him? Where's Lord Raptor Jesus when you need him? I did his work for him. Talk about I have to do research. I did it for you, and it only took me it literally took me less than an hour to get all this information. It was really that simple. I think the ages don't come up because of drawings. We've had this. I don't care if it's a drawing. Drawings are just as gross, in my opinion. Oh yeah, where's Lord Raptor Jesus? Crazy Cat, where's Lord Raptor Jesus? You better find him. You better find him. I did his work for him. So there you go. Made it short, sweet, and simple. Not short, sweet, and simple. I know, right? Like, we had this whole ass discussion yesterday, and he said he was gonna do it. I was gonna do it for him. I made it easier for him. I made it so much easier for him. No, Lord Raptor Jesus fears me, and probably you, but mostly me. Good. He should fear me. But YellowFlash, he likes this. Yes, YellowFlash does like it. If you see Loli, you should contact the drawings parents, tell them what's happening. I mean, listen, I avoid Loli. I avoid everything Loli. I don't even really like to talk about Loli because it's fucking gross. It's gross that it exists. It's gross people consume it. It's gross people act like just because of drawing that there's no reason for people to be uncomfortable with it. And then, like, the LollyCon supporters will be like, oh, well, it's just a drawing. You guys are being a little too dramatic. Bitch, let me draw a picture of your fucking little sister or little brother in that way. And then you tell me, I'm going to tell you it's just a drawing. Right, but it's a drawing of a real person. What do you mean? It's just a drawing. I drew it. What's the difference? Okay, how about I draw a fucking anime picture that looks maybe a little bit. I'll get inspiration from your little fucking brother or sister, and I'll make that fucking picture of your little brother and sister doing something sexual, and then you can tell me it's just a drawing, right? Why are you mad? It's just a drawing. Exactly. You should be mad. You should be fucking disgusted. Keemstar, even though I don't like Keemstar right now, Keemstar had somebody draw a picture of his fucking child. Now, it wasn't a fucking portrait. It didn't look exactly like his kid. At least I don't think so, considering the artist style. I never saw it, by the way. I'm going to assume because I never saw the actual picture to say if it actually looked like his daughter or not. But it was very clear it was supposed to be a drawing of his child, right? In a disgusting fucking picture, right? But it's just a drawing. Why is Keemstar mad? Because it's fucking gross. That's why. If it looks like a kid, it shouldn't exist, in my opinion. I think Loli's disgusting. I think anyone who draws Loli or fucking supports Loli is disgusting. If you're trying to justify it because it's just a fucking picture, you're fucking disgusting. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Well, a picture's not going to hurt anybody, even if the predator is fap to it. It's not hurting a real child. I'd rather them fap to a picture than hurt a child. You think it stops there? You think giving a fucking addict fucking drugs is going to stop them from fucking doing it? You do understand that fucking serial killers kill cats, right? Before they kill people. Well, hey, if you want to stop a serial killer from killing people, just give them a bunch of fucking cats to kill. That's fucking fine. I'm sorry. I'm not going to ever get behind it. I'm never going to get behind it. I'm never going to fucking support this shit. And you're never going to convince me that it's fucking wrong. You're never going to convince me that's wrong because it fucking is. It's illegal in the UK. I don't know why it's allowed in the States. I don't know why either. But I'm glad that the UK is better than us. I'll say that. The UK is definitely better than us. Hey, Ray, do you know Lord Raptor Jesus had YellowFlash on the launch night of his book campaign to help sell his book? The launch night, Ray. Yeah, well, hopefully Lord Raptor Jesus sees this and actually, like, looks into this before he does any stupid shit like that again. Because South Park has Loli. I don't even watch South Park. I don't really watch any of these shows no more. I don't watch any of these shows anymore. I get making content for being controversial and it working, but there's got to be a point in our adult fucking brains that look at this shit and stop fucking supporting it and start calling it out and saying, no, we don't want this. You know what I'm saying? If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. All I'm saying, guys, is now you know why the controversy surrounding Redo Healer and why, again, YellowFlash is a fucking hypocrite. That's why. Again, for anyone who came here thinking I'm trying to cancel YellowFlash, I'm not. I'm not trying to cancel this man. I just like to call out people who need to be called out. I want people to fucking stop being hypocrites. I want people to grow and be better and actually treat their community like they're fucking intellects instead of being a bunch of fucking like brainless drones who just follow and listen and believe their leaders. I'm out. Have a good night. Bye, Lunchbox. Love you. No, wait. Fuck you, Lunchbox. I take it back. I'm also going to go because I think I covered this to death. It's been almost 3 hours. I got shits to do. Literally got shits to do because talking about YellowFlash gives me the shits. That's how much I think about YellowFlash. I have to shit every time I talk about him. This man gives me fucking bad indigestion. Okay, now I gotta go make a bowel movement because I'm talking about YellowFlash. So with that said, I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for fucking listening to me. Like I said, do with this information what you will. I don't care. As long as you know, yep, now you know, knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Don't be into kids getting R-worded for fucking entertainment. R-wording people is wrong, especially when they're the ages of 14, 15, 14, and 13 years old. Stay away from kids, folks. Safe as bet. Stay away from them kids. Y'all have a good one. See you guys next time. What am I going to end with? What song you want to hear? I got a lot of AI bangers now. Which one you guys want to listen to? Let's see. We got the Eminem Black Magic. We got the Without Me. Which one y'all want to hear? You want to hear YellowFlash one again? Which one y'all want to end with? 3 hours is too long. It's not long enough, damn it. Hello, I'm trying to see what you. Oh, thank you, Crazy Cat, for the $2.99 super sticker. Okay, you want to do the Power Range song? Which one? I have two. You want to hear the original one or the second one? Which one you want to hear? Which one we going out with, Anthony? Which one we going out with? Which one? You pick. We got Rican Ranger, the first one, and the Rican Ranger 2. Which one you want? Which one's your favorite? Come on, Anthony. I don't got all day. I got the thank you for watching screen up. People who are getting to this point when it's a VOD. Okay, the first one. All right, you got it. Say less. Thank y'all. And I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow? Maybe. We'll see. Bye-bye.
Rican Ranger, old enough to know better. Power Ranger, old enough to know better. Green Ranger, said you about to save the Power Rangers. He said he about to save the Power Rangers. Man, you've gone too far, living in a fantasy lying, and you don't stop lying. Rican Ranger, old enough to know better. Power Ranger, old enough to know better. Green Ranger, said you about to save the Power Rangers. He said he about to save the Power Rangers. Yeah, you've gone too far, living in a fantasy lying, and you don't stop lying. Yeah, Rican Ranger, old enough to know